What's good? What's good? What's good, my peoples? Pardon me, man. I was trying to start at 7:30 on time and having trouble with the internet. But we here, we live. We here and we're live. We live, people. Sound is good? Okay. Your girl RK, peace of blessings, queen. Said, hey, Blue, my sound not working or something. Y'all can't hear me? My sound not working? My internet wasn't working. Is my sound working now? My sound. My mic check, nice check. 1. My mic sound, nice check. 2. My mic sound, nice check. 1. My mic sound, nice check. 2. Y'all can hear me clearly? Can y'all hear me clearly? What's good, my peopleizations? What's good, my peopleizations? Welcome to episode number 2. Episode number 2. Salute to Poe Porter. Salute to Third Simple NSU. Roberto Todd. Will Smith. BVG Trey. JJ Short Deuce. Chris J. Wade Made. Kennedy Linda. Kirk Mack. Big G N8. Yolanda Dixon, peace of blessings, queen. How you feeling? 8K Crowder, my brother. Michael Streety. Cinnamon Savage. Mike H. Jonathan Thompson. Just Being E. John J. Doe. Colin Frederick. Cloudboy AB. Your girl RK, peace and blessings, queen. DC Mule. Johnny Elegant. Montre. Elijah on the Dawn. Neck Bone. Gerardo Valencia. H Dub. BP77. Ben Dub. We in the building, people. BK Echo. Kevin Jackson. Darlin Williams. Sheba Gaming. What's good? King Coles. DeMarcus Martin. Kiki, peace and blessings, queen. Chris Esperon. Sideways. K Different Breed. Sitting Sideways. Boys in the Days. Tavon Dupree. Tiana Scott, the beautiful queen in the building. Miles Ahead Podcast. Vega the Headbuster. Craig Flowers. Jason Bell. Salute to the 11550. Hempstead in the building. I need y'all to stand up. Salute to the stead. We in the building. Salute. Tiny Toon. What's up, family? Daniel Wilkes. The beautiful Africa. The beauty of Africa. Cocky Car Guy, L. Swain. Truth Loops. Wayo Ahunu. Crunch Time Sports. Shunji A5. Ty Scott, the beautiful queen. Marquis. Hey, the beauty of Africa. Is that a queen or is that a king? Is that a queen or is that a king? Because I don't want to confuse you. I don't want to, misrepresent you. 4K, my nephew, the mod father, is in the building. My nephew, 4K. Cedric Boulware. The beauty of Africa said it's a king. Okay, salute, king. KOD testimonies trapped for life. Truth Loops. Hey, so Isaiah Wallace, what's up, family? So check this out, right? Check this out. Shunji 85, what's up, family? So check this out. Ryan Garcia is a genius. He's a genius. Ryan Garcia is a marketing genius. He's going to make it to the fight. It all made sense to me. It all clicked to me this afternoon. Shouts out to the queen, Jay Lynn. She's in the building. So it all clicked to me.
I can't hear you. Can
I got the mic off again.
you're good now. I can
Hold
hear
up,
you.
hold up. Wait.
Hold up, it was that. Yeah.
Bro, I could not. Hey, this storm got. Hey, you know it's hilarious. My wife don't even watch TV, but you know when you don't have something, right? When you don't have access to something, then that's when you want it, right?
Yeah, for sure.
This new TV system, and it runs off of internet. It's not like a cable box. It's just an internet box.
All right.
So it's almost like what the hell's the name of this? It's like these controls, man. They don't have buttons and stuff, bro. You see?
Right. Volume button, home. And
Yeah.
then, yeah, I got you. It's similar to the Fire Stick.
Yeah, like that. But you watch it's regular, right?
Mm-hmm.
But everything is connected to your control, voice, all of this stuff, right?
Right.
But the weather has knocked out everything. And she's tripping. She's like, bro, I can't watch the news. I said, but when it was me and I couldn't watch, you know what I'm saying? Cause I was tripping. I'm like, yo, I don't got no internet for this because she don't use it for nothing else. Now she's like, I can't see the news. I'm like,
now she understand. She understand.
How you like that, huh? But yeah,
what's going on, Karma?
Hey,
how you feeling,
what's
Queen?
up, fellas? Great. How y'all doing today?
Salute.
Yeah,
How's everything?
Over here struggling with the my internet.
Oh, the storm.
Yeah, because the storm. So my internet is like we got the highest version of internet, but it is. So my TVs, I don't have cable box or nothing. So it's like my kids know how to work it, but it's like it's weird, right?
Malaya.
So it kind of like threw everything off, and now like this down in the living room stuff that it don't work. Like
Salute, Tyan Scott.
Like it knocked the controls out too.
What?
Yeah, it's real. It's real. It's super annoying. It's so. Check this out, right? Because y'all know I stay up super late. It's automatically on timers without us. So at 3 a.m. and at 1 p.m. it shuts everything down and reboots it every day. At 3 a.m. and 1 p.m.
Do you have it set up like that?
No, it just the way it just reboots, right?
Yeah.
So I've been telling my wife, I'm like, bro, like as far as for me for working, like uploading, it works like this. Like everything is like seconds when it's working, but when it's a problem, it's a problem. So the other day she stayed up late and she was watching the movies, and right in the middle of the movie it was like, and she was like, did you turn TV off? I'm like, nah. It does that. I'm like, this is what I've been trying to tell you. It does it automatically. You know what I'm saying? But so anyway, I was just having an issue. That's why I'm late, people. But anyway, how's you guys' day? How's everything with y'all? My two great co-hosts.
Great.
I was pissed today. I'm glad y'all had a great day.
Oh Lord.
Yo, tell me why. Yo, we had a job site way longer than what we had to be. I'm like, yo, I've been telling them all day to do a specific task, and everybody listening to me. You know, everybody just trying everything. They just sitting down. I'm like, yo, listen, guys, if we connect the same holes together, we can get out of here way quicker. Like 10 hours later, they was like, let's just do what Armstrong said to do. 20 minutes the job was done. I was pissed. I was pissed. Like I was out there way longer than what I had to be. It was just one of them days. I'm like, I hate everyone here. I hate all of you guys. I really do.
Yeah.
This is one of them days, man. But yeah. Salute.
World of boxing. So before you guys came on, and I vented about my internet, I was talking about Ryan Garcia. I saw the picture clear today, right? I don't know why, but when Oscar De La Hoya was talking, I'm like, son of a, right? I seen the picture clearly. Now, I completely believe that he wasn't trolling, but I do think that he was looking at the time frame, if that makes sense. Like, he knew. So for us, we like, bro, you got a whole fight coming up, right? Like, not focused. You are not locked in. You got a whole fight coming up. He already had this training camp date scheduled. He wasn't going into camp until this date already. You see what I'm saying?
What date did he say?
Yesterday. Yesterday, he had this already scheduled to go with Derrick James and start camp.
Okay.
So
is he in Texas?
He's in Texas now.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is, this whole spill, he was doing it because for us, we like, bro, you ain't focused. You ain't. Again, for us, I don't like the whole, it's a big fight. I think that you should be focused from 4 or 5 months out. You know what I'm saying? When you got a big fight like this, bro, I look at Frank Martin. This dude is in the gym every day.
Every day.
Every
That's
single
what I'm
day.
saying.
Right? Devin Haney in the gym every day. Right? Ryan Garcia has never been committed to the sport of boxing like that. And so I believe that they had these dates because I talked to somebody, right, from his camp, and they was like, bro, this was always his date to go to camp.
You might be right.
Yeah, right. So I'm like, huh? He's like, bro, he was like, the family and everybody super serious about, they don't like what he's doing on social media and what he's doing and how he's doing and what he's saying. They completely against it, and they, you know. But as far as the fight, this was never, he didn't alter anything, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of this was still his, whether we
okay. What made you come to that conclusion with what Oscar said, that this was always his time frame?
Because I was listening to Oscar, right? So I'm like, while I'm listening to Oscar, And Oscar's like, yeah, look at like he was given time frames. So I'm like, Now I know two of Ryan Garcia's close relatives, extremely close relatives, right? And so are they truly concerned with his behavior? 1,000%. That's real.
Mm-hmm.
They don't agree with nothing he's doing at all whatsoever, right? But as far as him not being focused, whether we saw him doing this or not, he wasn't going to start training until yesterday anyway. If you follow what I'm saying, like he wasn't going to meet with Derrick James until yesterday, whether he had this whole outburst on social media or not. He wasn't going to meet and lock in with Derrick James till yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? So he was going to enjoy the fruits of his labor up until yesterday anyway, if that makes sense. So you follow what I'm saying? So that whole, now remember he did the whole, so I'm like, yo, this dude is wow, right? Because his social media is huge, right? He's a professional troll, right? So that whole signing the contract, oh, I'm leaving today and I'm not doing this tomorrow, that was part of the plan anyway.
Right.
You understand, like, to like what was yesterday's date? The 6th. So he was leaving to go to Texas with Derrick James on the 6th. Anyway, that was the schedule that they had anyway. You follow what I'm saying? Now, all of this extra stuff he started doing on social media is just him just being Ryan Garcia, that they like, bro needs help. They was like, take his phones, you know what I'm saying? X, Y, and Z. The family, they legit tried to take him to the hospital, and they legit, a lot of his family members like, bro, he shouldn't fight. You know what I'm saying?
That was a real concern.
All of that's real.
That wasn't fake. Okay.
Right. So that's all real. But what I'm saying is, like, he wasn't locking in for the fight until tomorrow, until yesterday anyway. If that makes y'all follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I get what you're saying 1,000%.
He quote unquote went overboard, and the whole R word and the whole exposing these people, that, you know what I'm saying, that outburst, that's just something that they truly are concerned with. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, no, this is just me. Let me be me. You know what I'm saying? But from me, I'm looking at it from the fight standpoint, and I'm like, bro, you ain't focused. You ain't fight. You know what I'm saying? And his plan was never to go into camp until the 6th anyway.
But what does that say about the mentality to you of Ryan?
Oh, it tells me the same thing I always knew. He ain't never focused.
He's never been focused.
1,000%, right? Because from you saying that, I mean, dude, confirmation is just something else. Like we already thinking this about you. You know what we think about you. Why not pull a rabbit out of a hat this time? Why not show that you can display discipline on the same level as the other elites? Why not go against the grain and be a contrarian just this one time?
But check it, Ace. It's not even discipline. It's just it's lack of respect to me.
True.
If you think that you can go into any fight, I
agree with that.
If you think you can go into any fight with 6 weeks of training camp and beat anybody, let alone a world-class fighter like Devin Haney or Tank, you know what I'm saying? Remember, I told you he was doing this with Tank, going to the gym Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
I think he's accepted that he can't beat these people, so why do more than you have to? Why be in training 5-6 days a week and you don't really have a chance to win anyway? More than a punch.
Do you think he's accepted that, or it's just
I think he has, because he did the same thing with Joe Goosen for the Tank fight.
Right, for the Tank fight, right? But
Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, he was only going to spar.
Here's the thing, Blue Palmer, right?
But Ace, just to drop this on you before you finish that. Remember, he was doing the same thing with Eddie Reynoso. That's why Canelo had the issue. Like, bro.
That's what I'm about to. That's what I was about to get to, right? Because she brought up a good point. She said that he already know that he's not going to beat them, so why even try? But we never seen him at his fullest potential because he's always robbing himself. Like he's never shown up 1,000%. You see what I'm saying?
His
Like
full potential was when he beat oh boy, the medalist from the Europe.
Luke Campbell.
Luke
Yep.
Campbell.
Yeah, but was he like that's the thing because
I feel like he might have been mentally locked in, and he really showed that was like his best fight to date. So I feel like he was locked in at that moment.
with
And
Luke
after
Campbell.
downhill.
But if you can remember, Karma, Canelo and Eddie Reynoso had even stated they had problems with him at that time because he would come in, he would train for a little bit, then he would leave. They said he was always uncommitted. Like that's just
Really?
that was his personality. Yeah, I mean, absolutely.
Yeah, Canelo lost it on him, Queen, because Canelo was like, remember he tried to say when everybody asked him why did he leave Eddie Reynoso, he tried to say Eddie Reynoso and don't have time because he got too many fighters.
Right.
And Canelo Alvarez was like, that was a lie because he would tell Eddie, I'm coming at 12 and don't come to 3 and then leave at 4:30. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
but this is what I'm saying to both of you guys, right? We never saw the full potential of him. So how could he have that mentality? I can see if Frank Martin was to have that mentality, like you stated before. Frank Martin is in a gym every day. He is maximizing his potential, right? So if he can't beat somebody, it's literally because that person is more talented than him. Like that's the reason why he's maxed it out. We've not seen a maxed out version of Ryan Garcia. For him to have that talent, that mentality, it don't make sense to me. It just seemed like somebody that stumbled into success to a degree that he never thought he was going to get because he marketed himself very well. The power of marketing is extremely important. And these are what boxers need to understand because he's not the most talented, but he's a very marketable name because of how he set himself up.
Now let me ask you this question. Let me give you this nugget for thought, A-side.
Shoot.
What about if this was never his goal to begin with? What if is our expectations?
Yeah.
Because remember, he said this, that he and his family all lived in a 1-bedroom apartment and they were struggling. His father and his mother became judges. Remember, Bill said that they was the judge, the doorman, whatever, right? And he saw boxing as a way out to feed them. And then he stumbled upon being a social media
darling
superstar on social media. And so he started 100%. Making that money on social media, but boxing is what he does. So now to me, it seems like he's a bit torn because I already did what I was setting out to do with boxing. Boxing was never something I loved. It was a job to get.
It was a means to an end. It was a means to an end. But he found a better vehicle. Right.
He needs to go over with KSI them because he can be nutty. He don't really have to train because nobody really tough over there. He could shine on Misfits.
Yeah, he will beat all of them.
Shine over there. Over there with
everyone else wanted him out.
Fury's brother. He would fit right in with them.
And you know, and let me tell y'all this, right? He's the opposite of them. Right? He's
a real boxer.
No, they are social media influencers that want to be boxers. He's
a real boxer and want to be a social media. Yeah, he's stuck right in the middle. He's that hybrid. That's right there.
Go right over there.
Jake Paul and KSI, they work hard.
Yeah, they do. They work extremely hard.
But they don't have the amateur background.
Yeah.
They work
he would fit right in. I think that's a good thing for him. He should get over there with Happy Punch and see if they can get him in there with Salt Poppy. He's nutty. He could sell it. He would be great for that.
But here's the thing: who's gonna want to get in there with Ryan Garcia?
Nobody.
I'm like in some. I may think this is what I think, right? I don't know this to be true. I think in their mind, it's some level of comfort that's there, knowing that the guy who you're facing is around the same skill level as you, right? So you could possibly get out ahead on this guy, right? or this guy have a huge social media follow. So it's some give and take there. When this Ryan Garcia, this guy's a legitimate boxer. You mean to tell me it won't be a trickle of thought in their mind like, that's really Ryan Garcia. Do you think they're going to try to go for gusto?
No, I think some of them really take it serious. Like they really do train hard. So I feel like, and then with Ryan, he's not really committed to it. So I mean, I don't know. But I think he's
not committed to it on the level of Gervonta Tank Davis, Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson. But Arthur Duarte beating up a bunch of those guys over there for sure.
Yeah, true.
Arthur Duarte beating those guys up. Like he's whooping. Fortuna beating those guys up. Luke Campbell beating those guys up. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying
another thing too. Tank did blast him and he got right up.
That's what I'm saying. This guy got he's a legitimate boxer. He's a boxer through and through. But the thing is, I love what you said. His dreams trajectory changed along the way. It's just one of my favorite stories with the ring inventor.
And let me touch on that before you go into it, right, A-Side? His dreams trajectory changed extremely early. Before he even got his career as a boxer really started, he became a superstar outside the sport of boxing.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Then why don't he lean into it? Like he can go be on a movie. He could have been in Creed.
Because I think he's torn because this is all he knows at the same time. Remember we said yesterday, familiarity is stronger than anything, and comfort, right? This is what he knows, right? And I think there's a part of him. I think that there's a part of him that's questioning his legacy in boxing. Like
that's what I was about to. Yeah.
Like, am I gonna walk away from this and then regret not becoming the champion?
He don't listen to Oscar and them. They was trying to move you carefully to set you up for that, and you didn't listen to them. So,
what about a part of him? What about a part of him feeling embarrassed too? Like if he go over there, completely switch sides, go over there, like what everyone going to say about him? You know what I mean? Like, and he really cares. We covered this yesterday. He really cares what people think about him. What are the boxing community that that pretty much catapulted him into the success that he have now is going to think about him if he go over there and he look, because let's be honest with you, we laugh at those guys over there. We make mockeries out of those guys over because it's not real boxing.
I don't. I love the misfits.
But no, I'm saying as far as a whole, I'm saying as far as a boxing community. I know you don't individually, right? But as a boxing community, they do not take them serious. I thought one of the cool things was to tag the boxers in. It was 4 boxers. That's really cool to me. I thought it was really cool. But we need to hear that there. He may think about it like that. Like, man, what are they going to think of? What are they going to say about me? Because he was a legitimate boxer. We got to take that into consideration.
Who, Ryan?
Yeah, because he go over there. Let's say he knocked 10 people out straight.
You know what Ryan Garcia is? I'm just going to say it. Nobody want to say it. Ryan Garcia is Mike Tyson.
I wasn't going to say that.
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Mike Tyson, we always say we make an excuse for Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson, if Cuss didn't pass away, Mike Tyson would have been different. We don't know that because when Mike Tyson was with Cuss, he wasn't a multi-millionaire with all this access.
True.
That makes sense.
We are assuming that he would have been on a straight path, but we don't know. Money just enhance who you really are, right? Yeah. So we don't know who Mike Tyson would have been if he would have got all this money when he was with Cuss. We assume, right? And Mike Tyson, imagine Mike Tyson, and I just want y'all to picture this. Imagine Mike Tyson at 23 to 25 years old with all this money and social media. He didn't have social media, and look where Mike Tyson was.
Yeah, he was wilding.
Yeah.
True.
Imagine Mike. Hey, I used to go to clubs and see Mike Tyson in the clubs. Not a single soul with him here in New York. He walked these streets of New York. like he ain't Mike Tyson, but he is Mike Tyson. You understand? Like he let you know he Mike Tyson, but he walked the streets like he ain't Mike Tyson. Not a care in the world. You understand? Like, and that's the thing. Like, imagine, and that was, we ain't have social media. There was no Instagram. There was no Facebook. There was no Twitter. Can you imagine Mike Tyson with all that money, Twitter and social media in that time? Shh.
So I love what you said, right? With Mike Tyson, and money only enhance who you are, right?
You frozen, great brother.
No, he's
am I frozen?
See you.
You can see me?
I think you're frozen, Blue.
Blue, you're frozen. All right. So and to Blue, no, it's just StreamYard. So I love what Blue just said, right? Kay, that money enhances who you are. I think that people.
Did I just freeze?
You just froze. You're back. You're back.
All right. There go my internet. But go ahead. Sorry, guys.
So now I just want to expound on what it is that you just said a little bit. You said that money enhances, who you are. I think with Cuz, people are probably saying that because they seen him more grounded, right? So if he was grounded and then came into the millions, maybe he wouldn't have had spiraled that far off. What I'm saying is, it's not that he wouldn't have spiraled off. It's just that he would have had an equilibrium that he can come back to a little bit quicker because he's more grounded, right? We've seen him spiral off after losing his mentor. So if it only enhances who you are, if you are a total wreck, then it's gonna exacerbate that wreck that you already are, because it's gonna allow you to get whatever you want in access, right? Because I'm telling you, there's people, like, if you give me money at certain times of my life, I was a complete moron. Whereas now, I'm not the same person. So because I'm at a different point. So it's only going to expedite the things that I want now, which is not very much, but it's only going to make me more of who I am now. So that's what I think people was kind of saying. If Cuss was there, he probably could have, kind of balanced himself back out a little bit more quicker. Because with money into your life, and man, forget about it. You're gonna have a while out period, but you still want that rock. You know what I mean? It kind of gets you back.
So what was the falling off point for Ryan? Because nothing really that we know of major happened to him that just made him like flip the switch.
Well, I think with Ryan, it's been like early childhood trauma, and just same. Did y'all? Am I frozen again?
No, you're
not frozen. You're good.
I think it's early. The same situation with Mike Tyson. Like, we forget that Mike Tyson had a whole childhood before he got with Cuss of trauma. You know what I'm saying? And Cuss was, quote unquote, the crutch that kept him walking straight, right? But then when that crutch was kicked from underneath his armpit, he went back to being on his knuckles, right? So I think as Ryan Garcia was suffering from childhood trauma, and now at a very early age, he doesn't have that piece, because I do think this to be true. When your father figure, and I do think he has a lot of respect for Henry, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But when you become the breadwinner, as the son at a very early age, a bit of that respect can go out the window.
Yeah, true.
You see what I'm saying? So to give you guys an example, what I'm saying is Devin Haney is the breadwinner now, right? Mm-hmm. But he watched Bill Haney be the breadwinner until he surpassed him. You see what I'm saying? Whether he did it right or wrong, or however he did it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he watched him be able to say, because when Dev came up, Bill already had Bentleys. He already had mentioned. You understand what I'm saying? So he was able to take him, all right, let's go city to city. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference when you Ryan Garcia, and now you come, there seems not to be anybody with an authoritative voice that can wheel him in. And so it's like he's winging it as he goes, but he's young, and now he has all this money, and he never had money. So now it's like the money is not making him happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, so most people, we already know this to be true. Money don't make you happy, right? But in Ryan's case, from what I see, right, and from my experiences, right, and being able to relate, is he has a lot of boredom because a lot of things don't seem to add up to him, if that makes sense. Like, he's searching for something, whether it's a higher being. He and then he has an addictive personality. He's very
very much so.
Yeah. So you can see, right, he's easily influenced. Once he gets into something, he overindulges in it. That's why I think that, when he starts to do all these researching and he starts seeing all these things, it became reality to him. Where somebody else may look at it and take it for what it is and keep researching. Okay, and no, he feels the need to do something about it because it actually became reality to him.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And that money that he has, it just allows him, it almost like he has a platform and he's like, oh, I can say what I want. I don't care. They could take the money and he feels like you can't, just from his conversation for me, and you guys can express what your thoughts is, but his conversation to me is, you can't, it's nothing more you can do to me. That's what tells me he has that childhood trauma that he's holding on to.
Yeah. I see where you're going.
But
he's with the perfect person though. He's got Oscar.
Well, like guess what? And Oscar, remember, Oscar was the same way. His father never showed him no love. His mother transitioned early. He spiraled out of control.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like he don't have that person. That's why I think that when he was with Floyd Mayweather, around Floyd Mayweather, he latches on to Floyd Mayweather. And Floyd Mayweather's a good guy, man. Floyd Mayweather's a great guy. He got a great heart. You understand? He's somebody that is on a straight path with authoritative voice and that don't need nothing from him. I got my own money. I don't do anything. When he looks at Oscar, it's like, oh, Oscar, you need me to keep this company alive. You understand what I'm saying? And look what you're doing. You can't tell me nothing. You see?
No, I don't think he's right about that. What Golden Boy had 8 cards already this year, and he's not been on one of them. Or he's only been on one of them.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that as far as the star status, Oscar that star appeal. You lost Canelo. Yeah, remember when Canelo left? He immediately was like, when Canelo left, he was like, you could see Ryan was like, oh, I'm out. You understand what I'm saying? I'm out. Like he feels. I think that when I just look at him, he feels misunderstood. He gets frustrated and he lashes out, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? They're like, you don't understand what I'm talking about. It's like chaos, manic episodes. You know what I'm saying? It's like nobody believes me. Nobody loves me. I can't trust nobody. You know what I'm saying? I think that's why even when he's posting, and it could be trolling. Don't get me wrong, but I see a sense of truth in what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Like when he posts this woman, oh, I'll marry her. Then it's the next day it's another woman, oh, I'll marry her. Then the next day it's another woman, I'll marry. It's like he don't have, he don't have a direction. That's just what I get from it, And then he could take the sport of boxing. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got what I think that he's. To sum it up, I think that at times he's afraid of success because he's afraid of the drop off. So I'll take it. He protects himself, whatever. Like you said, like he has a safety net. You understand? Like it's just But y'all go ahead, give your thoughts.
He just needs to go over to Misfits. That way he can just dip in and dip out when he wants to. Nobody has any real expectations of it. Just go be with the influencers.
I think that from what Ryan was telling his life story to be like when he was a kid, it seemed like they had extreme lack, right? So there was on the extreme side of poverty to the point where they had to sleep inside of the car, bungled up, and they had to look for opportunity like judging and refereeing in order to have a room. So that's an extreme version of poverty, right? With an extreme version of poverty, how much of a childhood do you really have? You know, what type of childhood do you have? What quality of childhood do you have? Comes to mind. How many people wants to play with you? The kid that been wearing the same clothes all week or for 3-4 days in a row. You get what I'm saying? So now I'm starting to see these personality traits that he have now, where he cares about what people think about him even after he's rich, right? Because he's been the person that probably was self-conscious when he was very, very poor, when he was very, very broke. Because like we said, he's not just poor, he's an extreme version of poor. He's very, very, he's with the have-nots, right?
Right.
Not only that, it seems to me as if he didn't have a quality childhood because he was always training. He was the one that's 15-time champion in the Olympics. So this guy was always trained. He was literally the guy that went to sleep with the dream. I have to get my family out of this. I have to get my family out of this. So he was a workhorse. Now he's an adult with money that can free him to do whatever it is that he wants to do. How do we know that he is not living the version that he always wanted to live, experiencing? Because maybe it's not the money that he has, maybe it's a taste of freedom that money gets to bring to him, that gets to allow him to be the kid that he never was. You see what I'm saying? Maybe he's always looking for maybe he's always looking for other people to look at him in a certain way because they probably looked at him in a certain way when he was younger, right? That he always looking for validation from other people, and we see that now. And I didn't realize that until you guys was talking. I'm like, this is eerily similar to Michael Jackson. You know what I mean? He had to be that kid. He was the workhorse. He was a workhorse. And I'm not saying that he is Michael Jackson, it's just that he had to, like Joe Jackson was hard on them, right? That I get it. But what I'm saying is he was, hear me out, that he was a kid that had to work very hard, right? All of them, they had to work very hard. There was workaholics. When he got older, he relived that childhood. He bought half of Sony. A lot of people don't know that. He had a Never Neverland. Like, you know, with Michael Jackson, from the pieces that I do know, he didn't have a childhood, so he had that on the back end. I don't know if Ryan is doing that now. This is what I'm saying.
Maybe.
I'm not comparing him to the King because I know how people get.
No, I'm not saying that. I just feel like you're being too light on him because Tank had a really fucked up childhood too. Tank had a really bad childhood as well.
It's not that I'm being really light on him as much as I'm trying to understand. Whenever I'm trying to understand somebody, I try to put myself in their position and I try to see it from their point of view. So it's not that I'm trying to be light or hard. I'm saying that if it is the situation, I can see a world where he don't want to train no more. You get what I'm saying? Because he didn't have no childhood.
Well, he's still not training.
Right, this is what I'm saying. We don't know if he was like that when he was younger, because from what I understand, he trained hard when he was a kid. When he was in there, he trained, he bust his butt to get where he's at.
And to attest to that, Tank, don't forget, look at all the mistakes Tank has made up until this point.
Yeah,
true. But I feel like it's not when I see, and I'm not making excuses for what he did, but I see I feel like Tank knows where he messed up. Whereas Ryan, he just crashes out and then he comes back down to reality and he's like, oh, hey, I'm here again.
Yeah, but you know what it is? It's everybody's reaction to things is different. So Tank's level of response, and Tank is older too, but Tank's level of sense of, like, I always use this as an example, right? You can have two parents in a household, same mother, same father, right? Mm-hmm. And you can have 6 kids, right? And they all gonna go different directions. Their experience is gonna be different, but they all experience the same, pretty much the same childhood, right? Some may be more responsible than others. Some might use their situation as a reasoning, as an excuse to not be responsible. You know what I'm saying? And I think that Tank uses his situation as a way to say, you know what, my dad wasn't there. I'm gonna make sure I'm there. Now, I'm not saying Ryan is not there. You know what I'm saying? Because he's there as a father. But just as an example, I'm saying like Tank seems to come off more of I'm gonna do what wasn't given to me. You know what I'm saying? To where Ryan seems more lost in his situation, having a hard time finding him. Where Tank is like, it is what it is. Hard times is hard times. It's a part of life. Ryan almost comes off as, a scorned. You know what I'm saying? Like, he can't get past it.
But Tank also had Coach Calvin, which Coach Calvin, Coach Calvin took him under his wings. And then he always seen Coach Calvin as a leader of some sorts because he's seen Coach Calvin coaching other people. He's seen Coach Calvin have power in the streets and then change that into implementing different things inside of the community through boxing. So there was a level of respect. There's a level of authority there. That's that equilibrium that I'm telling you about. So when when you have an authority figure, well, this is something that I can't tell you, Kay. As a man, when you have an authority figure, that's the most important thing that you can have.
Well, he had his father. That's what I feel like. No matter how poor he was, he had his family there with him, and they were all together. So, I mean, it couldn't have been that bad. I'm 100%. It's not worse than being in foster care.
No. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is an authority figure that you see and respect. It's very okay. So, I don't know if you ever you read the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, right? For an example, Rich Dad Poor Dad. He had his dad. His dad was poor dad, but he talks about how he seen his dad. He loved his dad, but the respect that he had for Rich Dad was completely different than he had for his dad, which is poor dad, because he saw the different dualities, right? So he followed Rich Dad. He had respect for Rich Dad. He had admiration for Rich Dad, so much so that changed the trajectory of his life. Right? He had his own father, but he did not want to follow his father because of those things, right? So with men, it's extremely important that when we do have role models, that we have that respect for them, that we have that level of authority from that person. That's why it's not always your family members that you may follow, but it could be some individuals that may have characteristics that you find attractive and that you want to ultimately
have. And to another thing we gotta look at, just because you have both parents don't mean it better. It means it's better. Sometimes that could be a nightmare. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like depending upon how you treat it, it might be better to be in the foster care. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so
I can't speak on that because I've never been, but. One thing I think I see my brother 4K say, he said I didn't have I think he said I didn't have my father, something like that, and I grew up fine. I didn't have a childhood. I think you just wrote it or something like that before you got to write it again. I didn't have a childhood.
That's why I'm not letting him off the hook, because his story is a lot of the boxer story. Here's
the thing, right? So when Blue asked the question, what was the change for him? It forces me to look at what was that change? What was that switch? Right? So it's not necessarily that I'm trying to let him off the hook as much so as I'm trying to reverse algorithm and find what was that switch? Why did this switch happen? You get what I'm saying? I'm not putting my feeling into it so much so to where I'm saying I'm letting him off the hook because of this. I'm saying, I see patterns that start to change right around here. Why are these patterns changed? Why are these characteristics are the ones that's so heavily inflated once the money came up? But then if you look at the other end of those same characteristics, those was the ones that he was extremely lacking, whether it was the validation because of how he must have looked and felt to other people that's around him. You see what I'm saying? Like these things, like why are these certain caricatures blown up? So that's what I'm saying. Whenever you ask a question, that's just how my mind works. But to answer my brother, like, I mean, a lot of us that don't have childhoods, like, we do stupid stuff when we get older. Like, let's just be honest, you relive, like, because you never really got a chance to do it, right? So it's like you so I do want to extend that. I am human enough to say I understand that. And if I made $30-40 million, There'll be some dumb stuff I do. I'm just being honest with you. Y'all gonna find Ace I do some stupid stuff.
Yeah, it's like this, right? Like if you again, like let's say some men, right? And I'm gonna say men in this situation, if you're a man coming up through grade school, high school, middle school, so on and so forth, and wasn't able to get girlfriends, wasn't able to get attention from women in school, and now you become a stud once you come out. Now you know what it is to train, work out, get your body in shape. You successful, you financially good. Those dudes tend to be womenizers. You know what I'm saying? Because they never had it. So they live in their childhood. You know, I always wanted this girl. I always wanted that girl. I always wanted this girl. I always wanted this girl. Now they're able to do it. They got the looks. They got the finances. Now they like, all right, it's going to take them longer to settle in.
Down.
Yeah, on one specific woman, because they didn't have it for so long. They was neglected. They you know what I'm saying. So in the case of Ryan, don't forget too, another thing that he had to go through, like you were saying, A-Side, where his dad was there, right? So they had to use exhort every option to be able to stay afloat. So now keep this in mind, when he wasn't boxing, right, and he wasn't fighting, his dad probably still took him because his dad still had an obligation to be the referee, to be the judge, to be the, you understand? So he probably still was dragged along. And hey, especially in that profession, you a boxer, I'm not leaving you here. You not. I want to go play with my friends. No, we got to go to the boxing gym. We got to go to these fights. We got to do this. You know what I'm saying? You as a parent, you start to tend to incorporate your kids in it as we, and forget that they are them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. So,
but
no, that's a great question.
I'll tell y'all this though.
That's a great question.
If he lock in and he make it to April 20th, and I ain't saying he gonna win, because I don't believe that, but he lock in and he get to April 20th, this fight gonna do 1 million pay-per-views.
1 million? Yeah, definitely.
Because the attention
that just he's bringing from it.
Hey, I'm in New York. Now you in Texas and you in Florida. Bro, I turned on my local news and they was talking about it.
Oh, Ryan Garcia?
Yeah.
That's wild.
And I'm like,
that's wild.
I'm like, I kid y'all not. All jokes aside. I'm watching it and I'm like, wait, what? Like it took a second to register to me that, bro, I'm not even watching YouTube or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was trying to fix my TV. And I'm like, and I'm watching it, and I'm like, hold on. This ain't ESPN, this ain't Fox.
This the news.
This is regular TV.
I told y'all he was trolling.
Why is this important? You know what I'm saying? Like I immediately bro, they don't pick up, and I immediately got offended and the reason I got offended is because they picking it up because it's deemed to be negative.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right? Because when we have something positive fights and things of that nature, they ain't talking about it. But this blurred, it veered out the lines of the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? Because of his claims. And the fact that, because you know what they was talking about? It said, American boxer, title contender, Ryan Garcia, superstar boxer, claims of Oprah Winfrey, so on and so forth. It went that far. And I forgot he even mentioned Oprah. I ain't even, because
I forgot that too.
Yeah, because
you spend so much, you miss it.
Yeah, I'm solely thinking about, bro he ain't focused. You know what I'm saying? Like he the fight, this and this. And I'm like, Ryan Garcia mentions, names, gives a list of names that hasn't been released, so on and so forth. And Oprah Winfrey was one of the people he was talking about. They were talking about. And I'm like, wow, bro. And then they talking about he got a fight in New York at the Barclays Center, you know, so on and so forth. They don't even know who Devin Haney is.
They will after April 20th.
That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. They don't know who Ryan Garcia is. They just know he's a because they called him an influencer. Like the way
he's an influencer.
Yeah, the way they describe it. And I'm like, bruh. And then my wife's assistant, which is my aunt, she didn't even speak English. She's telling me like they talking about Ryan Garcia on the Latin channel that she watches because she don't speak English. She's doing like this, you know, because she knows what I do, right?
Yeah.
So she's trying to indicate to me. She's like, you know, telling me like, and I'm like, oh yeah, Ryan Garcia. I'm talking, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, wow, dude.
I think it's gonna do very, very well.
Yeah, because he didn't in court. I don't. Like I said, if he did this purposely, he's a straight genius. Because now I don't know how his brand is going to be perceived. He get dog walked by Dev, and he win, he be good. He lose bad. You know what I'm saying? His brand.
Like I said yesterday, this is really stupid of him to say all this. But he can fall back on this when he loses.
Oh, he will. Absolutely will.
And he absolutely will. He still got that like you said yesterday, Queen, and the both of y'all said yesterday when y'all said that when I asked y'all about how for Devin Haney, and y'all was like that fan base Devin Haney would still have to cater to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But seeing as though Ryan Garcia is already indulging in that line, he can always go back into that. Right. Like the truth of the matter, I'm going to be 1,000% honest. I didn't even know until a certain point that Andrew Tate was even a kickboxing champion. Oh, I knew him.
No, world champion. Yeah.
Only thing I knew him for was the things he was talking about. You know what I'm saying?
He can throw him too. He can really throw him. Now, if you see him in some gloves, he got very good boxing fundamentals.
Yeah.
I like to see him beat up Jake Paul. I swear I would. I swear I like to see him beat up Jake Paul.
We might see that. Let me get these super chats. Big Herm, my brother in the building in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on us in the super chat. Ryan need the marketing practice because he gonna need it after he get taxed, embarrassed, and stopped on 420. He might need a new persona as well. Yeah, we're gonna find out. Hold on, let me get this. Nephew, band up. What's up, brother? In the super chat. He said, Blue Blood, salute, Unc, and A-Side. Salute to your nephew. How you feeling?
Salute, great brother.
Hold on. Bro, I'll be missing the super chat. Hold on, miss it. $1 trillion Dream Deuce, my brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on us in the super chat. Man, cut it out, y'all. Only thing happened to Ryan was he gave in to public pressure and signed to fight Devin. Devin triggers him. Nah, Ryan been triggered way before Devin. That dude is. Again, when he fought Tank, he was only going to the gym 3 times a week. That's absurd. That's unbelievable. And that is absolutely unbelievable. Bro, how is you fighting Tank Davis and going to the gym 3 days a week? Salute
he just conceded.
Yeah, it's just like this. It could be that, and it could just be like, bro, just don't have he ain't got no care in the world, bro. Like, you think you can go to the gym 3 days a week and beat Tank is wow. Like, if I'm Tank, I'm insulted. I'm seriously insulted. Like really, bro? Really? But you know what? I had an issue with that. To be honest, my issue was with Joe Goosen. As a world-class Hall of Fame trainer, bro, you should never tolerate that. That told me you did it solely for the check.
He didn't even get the check according to him because he's suing.
Yeah.
That's probably why he wasn't enforcing it as well. Because he probably wasn't getting paid to it. If a coach getting paid to, and he gonna want to do his job.
Right.
But if he ain't paying them,
trainers don't get paid till after.
Yeah, I get it. But he probably had heard what happened with Eddie Reynoso. So he probably was like,
right.
How much stock I'm gonna put in this guy? If he comes, he don't, because.
But again, even with that, right, A-side, you shouldn't have took the job. You should have been like,
that is true.
Yeah,
that is true.
You should have been like, listen, I don't know what you did with your last trainer. I'm hearing things. Boxing is a small world. Hey,
but weren't they together before?
Yeah, in the amateurs though.
I mean, so maybe I feel like maybe that's why he probably took it. He was like,
Familiar.
We know each other. We're comfortable with each other.
Yeah, but he should have been like, yo, bro, I got to get paid up front. You got it.
That's what I would have said. At least half up front and half on the back end.
Hey, he ain't got to wait till. That's like training Floyd. Like, bro, I don't got to wait till you get paid. You got it right now.
Facts.
Kiki, peace and blessings to the queen in the super chat. We appreciate you, King. We appreciate you. Don Gotti the Deuce, my brother in the super chat. He said, A-side, Floyd would be more similar to MJ.
No, and I understand that comparison, but what I'm saying is there's other, fighters that could fit that same, that could be cut from that same ilk, where they have to work, to get their family out of the situation they got. It just, I see what you mean by with Floyd, but not only him have that story, it's multitude of other. And it's across sports in general, not just boxing. Whereas football, basketball, some people just feel like they got to work really, really hard, put a lot of hours in to get their family out of the situation at the end.
Yeah, he A-side was just using an example. K nephew, the mod father in the super chat. He said, "Get into $1 million by child abuse, kinda wow."
What you mean by that? You gotta put that down. He said, "Get into $1 million by child abuse."
Times call for desperate measures, I guess.
Yo, what you mean by that? That's funny. That was vague, but yeah, I wanted to make sure I understand that.
No, you weren't. Did you? Okay, he went on one of the spaces, and he was talking about some nefarious activities that went on with children.
Oh, that's what he mean by that. Okay, I see what you're saying. I see why you had to be vague. Yeah. Oof. Yeah, that is wild.
Yeah.
1,000%. And I mean, like, I got so many different questions, but I'm not going. Go ahead.
It was a lot. It was a lot.
Yo, because when Blue told me that the first time, I was like, what?
Yeah, he said that.
I was like, yeah.
Yeah, he said some really, really.
Like I got questions now. You know what I mean? Like
I ain't got no questions. I don't need no explanation. I don't need no context. I don't need no follow-up.
No, not about the baby situation. About payment. Because if that was the situation, how is it possible that your family was poor and y'all were sleeping in cars? So they promised a payment on
exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to understand. Like, they promise you future payments, like they defer payments. Like, they don't make sense to me. I'm sorry.
Future payments is crazy.
Future payments, that's wild.
Jalen James, brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco. He said, I remember Dev said in an interview, him and Bill bumped heads. Sometimes I feel Ryan family doesn't hold him accountable because he's the breadwinner.
Exactly that.
Bill, yeah, they did go through their stretch. Remember at one point, Bill was like,
Bill dropped himself.
He dropped himself. And Dev was like, man, I ain't trying to hear that.
Yeah.
But their relationship is beautiful though.
But that's what you need. Like our father maintain the like I tell Folders, I tell Shyness, and I don't know.
Hold on, let me get these super chats off so we don't stop interrupting. And no slight. We appreciate the super chats. I just so we could keep flowing. The boxing historian, Do-So6, brother in the super chat, dropping that cinco on this in the super chat. Listen, the Ryan Garcia thing is a he's a part of the thing he's talking about. Andrew Tate is the CIA. I don't know. I don't get into all that, bro. Could be not. That's a rabbit hole, bro. A rabbit hole, and it's a never-ending rabbit hole. That's what that is. And possibly not. Hey, ain't no. Hey, Jihad Mitchell, my brother in the super chat. I hope both of them boys put on for the sport. Me too.
One is definitely. Not sure about the other.
Yeah, Dev,
one in the possible.
Dev gonna show up for sure.
Okay, so now what I was about to say is about to segue to something else. So keeping it boxing, what do you guys think about I want to say potential Jake Paul and Mike Tyson?
What do you mean by potentially?
Man, I'll speak last. I want to hear what y'all got to say about that whole ordeal. I don't know. Blue, you can go ahead and shoot first.
Ladies first.
You want to put pressure on? Oh, yeah.
I'm guessing Jake Paul doesn't really want to be a real boxer anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Because at one point it seemed like he was focused and he really did want to get in the rankings. But even though Mike is old, I'm not trying to play them type of games.
Me neither.
I mean, well, he already lost. He lost to Fury's brother. So, I mean, I don't think he cares about the L, taking the L. Is he trying to get knocked out on purpose? Or will there be a no knockout rule like there was with Roy Jones Jr.? Like, what are the stipulations here? I like it. I'm going to watch it. I'm possibly going to go. It's in Arlington. It's right up the street.
Oh, I'm definitely there. I'm definitely
going. Oh, yeah. I mean, Jake is getting to the money. Jake is definitely getting to the money.
But you know what, Queen? Remember that they had the no knockout rule? Mike wasn't abiding by the rule. At some point in time, he didn't get the memo. Like, he just couldn't catch up to Roy.
Tracks. Maybe it'll end the same. I don't know. I feel like if Mike catch him, he might get knocked out. I don't think Mike's power is gone.
Oh, not at all.
The way he was punching on that man on the airplane. I don't know why Jake took this fight. I mean, outside of the money.
Bro, if he catches him, and the thing is, Jake is going to be. The thing is, Jake is going to try to fight. That's the thing. Jake, hey, y'all, wow. Jake is going to try to fight. That's the thing.
He gonna get hurt. Why would you play that kind of game?
Yeah, especially you don't need the money. You remember when we was kids, you used to say, for $1 million, I'll fight Mike Tyson. I mean, Jake already got $1 million. He
got more than one. He got a few.
I guess he's looking at the age.
No. Mm-mm.
Yeah, nah. I don't know.
Y'all trolling me right now. Y'all really like, yo.
Hold on,
I gotta see it in person.
Y'all trolling me right now. I swear y'all trolling me.
You think Jake gonna go in there and put on?
For number one, hold on. Let me put some sanity back into this. For number one, when they said, if for $1 million would you fight Mike Tyson, he was 22 at the time. No, I wouldn't fight Mike Tyson at 22.
I wouldn't fight 62-year-old Mike Tyson.
Listen, there's not going to be Vaseline. It's going to be Bengay being put on his face. And soon as he comes inside of that ring, it's going to be icy hot patches everywhere. That dude he's done. He's old. Like, what are we talking about right now?
Can Mike Tyson go fight Anthony Joshua? No. Can he beat Jake Paul? Yes.
No, Jake Paul is a young. Listen, Jake Paul is a young male. Like, we're not respecting the human. You know what's so funny? I love the fact when, and I'm not comparing, Mike Tyson to. I'm just not, right? It's always funny when we say, oh man, you can't put men and women in the same. Yes, because you cannot do that because of their physical differences. Right. You're talking about age now. This dude is in the prime. He's a peak specimen right now. Not a specimen, but he's in his prime, right? Jake Prime. He's in his prime. Jake Prime. That's his drink, right? Mike Tyson is way over the hill. He may get hurt in this fight, man. He can seriously get hurt.
That's what I'm saying.
Jake hold on, wait. Hold on, wait.
Jake at his peak might not be as good as.
Hold on, wait, real quick.
And I love Jake Paul, but
you're telling me that Mike is as elusive as he was at 22?
No, definitely not. When Jake feel that cannon, when that cannon land on him, he gotta go.
Did you see Mike down. You see Mike?
Yo, the type of cannon y'all talking about is a musket. The one that you have to take the powder. You got to put the thing in. You got to stir it up. You got to hit it down. This is a musket you guys are talking about.
Then you fight him. I bet you won't fight him.
Talking about? Bro, I'm beating Mike Tyson. I'm definitely beating Mike Tyson. I'm definitely beating him. I'm beating him. I'm beating that person. Did y'all see that? Yo, did you see that fight with Mike and Roy Jones?
Yeah.
That was it was like two uncles fighting at a cookout. It was bad.
You see him on that airplane?
You guys are
listen. You guys are Roy Jones.
You guys are drunk off nostalgia. Listen, you guys are drunk off nostalgia, and y'all gonna be the same ones. What today is? Y'all gonna be the same ones. Now that's our elder. I don't want him in there. But as soon as he rings Mike Tyson bell, y'all gonna be the same ones up here sad, and I want to see both of y'all faces. He is too old. He's too old. That man is training every day for hours upon hours. Yes. Yeah, all right, man. I'm done with this. I'm done with this. Y'all are wild right now. Y'all are wild right now.
Stop him.
Y'all are wild right now.
A side.
Mike TKO.
I got 3 hundo. My 3 hundo. I got two for the bet. A hundo to each baby girl. And a hundo to the wife, because I know you don't do the betting thing, right? And yours is a donation back to the channel. Deal?
That Mike Tyson's going to knock Jake Paul out?
I don't know if he's going to knock. If he get the opportunity, the last thing to go in boxing is power.
Dude, I get that. And the first thing to go is speed and agility. Guess what? He can get hit too. We forgetting that part. He can get in too.
Mike head movement is still on point, bro.
I'm done. I'm done with this. I'm done with this conversation.
You wildin', A-Side. A-Side, you wildin'.
Mike done whittled the hell out of them joints. Man, them joints don't work the same no more. He got to prime them things now. Like, y'all stop this. Y'all stop. You need to stop this.
You would not fight him.
You got to stop this.
You would not fight him.
You're talking about, he said the movement. Yo, the old joints rusty.
Mike still
Yo, they talking about, and Coleman say the way Mike was hitting that man on the plane, he was sitting on a chair. It was only one. He wasn't up. Like, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? Yo, I'm about to get knocked out, and I'm gonna be mad at both of y'all for feeding it to me. That's why.
We go A-side. We going to Texas.
Oh my God.
We going to Texas.
He's not getting knocked out.
Still, I'm about to call Mike's son, man. I'm gonna tell him, man, my call is A-side.
And let him know A-side said do not go through. Don't let him go through with the fight. I'll fight Jake Paul on behalf of Mike. I got him. Let me get my training going on. I'll fight Jake.
The queen already there. We going to Texas. She already there. We going to Texas.
Oh God, I'm stepping on Jake. If I get my training camp, I'm stepping on Jake. Bruh, get Mike out of there.
Jake's not that fast either.
Jake ain't
get
fast.
out of there, man. Get him out of there, man.
You
What-
saw Jake
let
in
me-
there with
Mike not
Let me
fast.
ask
What
you
are y'all
this. Let me
talking
ask
about?
you
Y'all
this.
just said Mike not fast.
What have you seen Jake Paul do that makes you think so
Mike
highly of
fast
him in
enough.
this fight?
Huh?
What have you seen Jake Paul do that makes you
and
think
Mike
so
is fast
highly?
enough.
Jake Paul knocked out Tyron
Just
Woodley.
being young.
Yes, exactly. Yes, being young.
Okay.
Very important.
Mike
Especially
fast enough. Mike fast enough.
None of those people, aside from Anderson Silva, were good. We're really good at what they did, much less boxing.
When is this fight happening?
July 20th.
Yeah.
Can Mike use his TRT and his steroids?
Yep. Ain't no testing. Ain't no testing.
Ain't no testing. All
Ain't no
right.
testing.
I'm looking for every advantage that Mike going to need to be able to compete with this young. Like, it's not going to be fun. Bruh. Like y'all forgot when Sugar Ray said when he stopped fighting for what it was 2-3 years, he came back and them hits hurt. Like, come on, y'all.
Yeah. I'm telling
He
you,
said, hey,
Jake,
man, them hits hurt.
Jake gonna be like, man, them hits hurt.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Jake gonna be like, them hits hurt, boy. Hey, hold on.
third
Hold
round
on 1 second.
How many rounds? Wait, first of all, because I ain't even looking. I think it was.
I'm pretty
absolutely
sure
crazy.
it's a 10-rounder.
Say it again.
I'm pretty sure it's 10.
Man, cut it out, man.
Look, Jake is not knocking out no Mike Tyson.
In Mike Tyson prime, 10 rounds is because he get them out earlier. He was that charger going down that quarter mile, you know what I'm saying? Souped
It's
up.
not like
That's
Jake is
him.
22. He's almost 30 himself. He's
So,
like 28.
in my Tupac version of Juice. So, like, man, what's that supposed to be like? You ain't just.
I just want to know what have you seen?
Bud. He's young. He can take a hit.
So every
stamina.
22-year-old can beat up Mike. No.
He's knocked out
not buying
UFC.
it.
He's knocked out UFC boxers. He's
I'm
knocked
not
out
buying
legends
it.
from the UFC. And you mean
Legends?
to tell me?
No, he didn't knock. The only legend from the UFC he fought was Anderson Silva, and he didn't knock him out.
But Tyron Woodley was
went the whole round. That was a decision.
I thought he knocked him out. I don't know why I did. But Tyron Woodley was respected in his own right in the UFC. He was.
Was he?
Yes.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I'm asking.
Yeah, Tyron Woodley was respected in his time. In his time, he did have a time. He may have. I mean, I wouldn't put it past him. I'm not too much. I'm a real casual when it comes to UFC, but he was respected in his time. What I'm saying is, this is not going to be pretty. This is not going to be fun. Did y'all hear the?
It's going to be fun.
Did y'all hear the interview with Joe Rogan when he said, "When you see me hitting the heavy bag, I thought I was in shape, and then they put me on the mitts." And then he said, "Then they put me on the mitts." And then he said, I really wasn't in shape. I went home. I was aching for 2 days. When he got better at the mitts, he said, then they put me in sparring.
How long ago was that?
This because I want you to slow down what you just said. I really want you to slow down what you just said. You said, how long ago was that, right?
I get where you're going. I don't know.
I want you. No.
I just think the power is going to be enough. I think the power can carry him.
I want you to understand what you just said.
I get it.
Like, I didn't even have to say.
I feel like if Mike land clean on him, he's going down. I just feel like that.
Who's going to be holding Jake Paul arms? Like, who's going? Somebody just get.
I feel like if Mike land clean on him, he's going to the canvas. I just need you to consider that.
Very sad. Yes, Mike got a puncher's chance, but Mike also got a chance.
That's a very, very good puncher's chance, though. That's not an average punch. Like, that's not like me, shot from the gods, catching you on the chin clean and knocking you out.
Mike got just as high of a chance of catching a Charlie horse in this fight. He got just as high of a chance. He got just as high of a chance.
I don't believe that.
Of pulling a hamstring. In this fight, he got just as high of a chance. His chance is equally as high as him messing up an Achilles in this fight. Like
I feel like you think that you might be able to beat Mike Tyson, and I just don't feel like you're being realistic.
No, I wouldn't. See, I respect. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't trying to get hit.
I feel like you and Jake Paul have about the same odds of winning.
I'm stepping on Jake for sure. I'm stepping on. I get in the training camp. I'm stepping on Jake for sure. I'm stepping on him. But Mike, like Mike's so much older. Like I just don't. I don't know.
One, he got that old man strength, and he never was not that.
You got no other choice to have old man strength. How you gonna have young man strength right now? What
I'm just sorry.
What options he got?
And the strength was never mediocre, though.
No, it wasn't. It was not mediocre.
I just feel like, you know.
But what was the strength coupled with? Right, it was coupled with his athleticism. Coupled with the fact that he was able to set those shots up. He was so tricky with those shots. He hit you. He throw the jab, slip, boom. He slipped to the side, boom, to the body, boom, to the face, then boom, is the uppercut. It's like, dude, he was so quick. Y'all forgetting just how fast he was too. Like he was like a perfect little mongoose. You know, he was just all over you. You see what I'm saying? Like, what happens when that lead? Okay, prime example. So
like Jake is not the most skilled. Like you act like
he's not the most
Mike skilled. With AJ or Wilder or somebody.
No, he's definitely hard. Like, nah, for sure.
Like that, I would be against that. I would.
If he's smart, if Jake is smart, I would keep a jab in Mike's faces. Let him get. You know what I'm saying? Let him until I start to see Mike do that. Man, I'm only hitting up by boom, boom, just all body shots, boom. Boom, all body shots. It's gonna get heavier. Boom, boom.
Can you land that much? I don't feel like he's good enough to land that much, like be successful at that game plan.
With the body shot with Mike?
Yeah.
How fast do you think
you act like he's just gonna just stand there and just get punched on? Come on.
How fast do you think Mike? Y'all need to watch that fight. You know what? When Sean come on here,
I think, tell you, right? And I don't mean to be offensive, but I feel like, man, most of them, y'all have a very delusional sense of your own athletic ability. So I feel like you're like looking at this, and just from a lens you shouldn't be looking at it from.
Man, girl, if you don't cut it out, listen. Let me tell you, I got a little brother, right? I've been
you think he's always going to be? You probably think you're always going to be able to beat him up because he's your little brother. But one day he's going to get you.
No, listen. You don't know what I'm about to say. Look, check me out, right? I have a little brother. I was faster than him all my life, and I was fast as an athlete, right? Growing up, man, that boy got by 17. But that boy got by 17. I'm telling you, man, that boy ran like the wind. Like it is different. See, you think I have an inflated ego of what my athleticism is. It's quite the opposite. I'm realistic right now as far as what does age and look and feel like. Like when I go up against my younger brother right now, I don't go up against him physically. No, I'm smarter than him. I outwit him all the time. Like every time we're about to do something, I make sure I'm in his head before we wrestle, because I need to mentally, calcify this dude in order to take the advantage. I know that for a fact. If it's just strength, that dude is extremely strong. He got testosterone oozing out of every pore. Like, come on, man. And this is what I'm trying to say. See,
I don't know.
I got it. You right.
I don't think young man Jake is good enough to beat old man Mike. I'm just so sorry.
All right. Okay. All right.
Because Jake has never been that dude. Like Jake has never been that good.
Mike gonna say,
like if it were a 27-year-old cruiserweight I would not allow Jai Opataya to fight Mike Tyson. He would definitely get hurt.
Mike is gonna say spinal, and he gonna mean it this time. He gonna mean this time, but it's just gonna hurt. He gonna mean it this time.
I don't think he as like in a boxing sense, I don't think Jake could hurt anybody. You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you, man. I even with sparring my little brother, they them dudes. Dang, boy, they fast. Because when I was younger, I used to be just as quick. I was able to see things faster. I use nothing but timing now. I am old to. I use nothing but timing. Nothing but timing.
What you say? That's all you got?
Shoot, that's all I want to dish out. I'm like, dang, ain't about to go out there and, you know what I'm saying, exacerbate myself. Because the thing, you try to trade with them, now they stamina to come back way quicker than yours. It's like they gauge feel back. Yeah. You're still tired. You know what I mean? You still tired. Now they're ready to go through another fury of punches. I'm like, hey, man, you know.
I don't know. I just feel like if he gets caught, it's going to be a bad night for him. I'm not saying Mike is going to go in there, walk him down, and just pound on him. No, exactly not. But if he get caught, he's going to be on the canvas.
How old is Mike right now?
57.
How many pay-per-views does Tank and Canelo? What do you mean by Tank Canelo? Tank versus Canelo? It said, A-Side, you're not even 30 yet. Yeah, I'm 30 this year, though, man. Like, man, this year I'm 30.
You let a kid punch on you?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
What you talking about?
You said your 17-year-old brother beat you up, inspired?
I said when he was 17. That dude is 25 now. That dude, man, I don't care what you talking about, Karma. You ain't about to just get me. See, that's the thing. See, now if I was you would have been able to get me mentally. I ain't like no kid. Man, crazy. I ain't going there with no 25-year-old. That dude fast. That dude is fast. Oh, he look like one of them dudes of You Send Me Swinging, you know, them dudes, you know, ripped up and stuff, you know, they can sing to their ladies and stuff like I ain't with that, man. My knees be clicking when I be going downstairs. I ain't with that. You can have all that. I ain't sweating what you talking about, Carmen.
Knock it off.
But let me see. Because there's something else I wanted to discuss, right? It's something else I wanted to discuss. Yeah, I think, did you see this kid Austin interview with him talking about he want to fight a Shakur Stevenson?
Yes.
What do you think about that? With a kid Austin versus Shakur Stevenson, do you think that that's something that we can even consider right now, or do you think that he's
not ready? No, he's definitely not ready. But I mean, if he's calling you out, throw his ass in there.
I want to see him against Abdullah Mason right now.
No,
I do.
Abdullah Mason is. I feel like Kid Austin is a little bit further along than Abdullah Mason, but I think Abdullah will get him though. He got something.
Abdullah is more talented than Kid Austin. I think he's very athletic. That guy is very explosive. I think another 2 years of him having the right amount of competition, I think he could be a nice problem for anybody. I think because I just feel like him and his father is really trying to jump him to a certain level and a certain place that he's just not at right now. And with the Shakur Stevenson, you have to be sure that you're ready when you're on that level with him, because that guy's not going to play with you. He's incredibly mean. He has fun beating people up. You can genuinely see a smile on his face when he's in there beating people up. Jamel Herring, that's what I was talking about. That old guy, that was all I'm talking about. Jamel Herring looked every bit of his age in there. Yeah, he looked every. And you on the sideline, you gonna let that young boy beat you up? Don't listen to her, Jamel. Get out of there. Get out of there.
Mike has something to keep Jake off of him. That's the difference.
Well, what's that?
His fist. Oh, okay. I mean, Herring.
Will. Oh yeah, for real.
I don't think it was necessarily his age.
Who with Jamel?
Yeah, I just think I think just Shakur does everything better than him.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
So I mean, even if they were the same age, I don't think that factor.
That was food. So I mean, the only thing is, Kid Austin do say he got a lot of power. I want to see him do that against an elite individual that whenever
he's not
you try.
there yet. He's just not there yet.
Like I'm being honest with you. I don't know if he get past the De Los Santos right now.
Ooh.
I don't know. I don't know if he get past the De Los Santos right. I don't think so. De Los Santos is not no one's walking apart.
De Los Santos in what fight though? Because he wasn't. He didn't look as much as flack as we give Shakur. He didn't look good in that fight either.
Yeah, he didn't look good in that fight
he didn't look as good as he did in the Rio fight.
Right, because that's a completely different fight. You know, styles make fights. You know,
True.
Like I said to my brother, style make fights and circumstances forces them. You know what I mean? So with the El Rayo fight, both of them was two tornadoes that came and fought each other. I mean, that's essentially like having a Gary Anton Russell and a Sabrina Matisse go at it. You see what I'm saying? It's not going to, those two, that's just a firefight. It's bound to happen, right?
Yeah.
So that's what happened with El Rayo and De Los Santos. But literally in this next fight, he boxed. For all 10 rounds, he just boxed. And I saw him go in there and I saw him beat a grenade, right? But in that fight, it showed me, oh, this dude can be light on his toes. This dude got a beautiful check hook. He can kind of dance. He got that style, you know, the Latin style where they move, very, very well. He has that style and he has the ability to pull that out. But when he was with Shakur, I think he was trying to be a boxer, but you can't box the ultimate boxer. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. But then, you know, he tried to go into the pressure fighter. And I don't think that he was able to establish a game plan for Shakur Stevenson. Shakur is so elusive. He's so elusive.
I mean, he could have cut the ring off. He could have done as much as I fault Shakur. I fault him too. I'm sorry.
Why everybody keep saying
then he wasn't throwing as much either. They weren't. Neither one of them. That was a stalemate. That was like rock paper scissors. And they both were doing the same thing. They both had rock. And they both had.
He was doubling and tripling the jab to get to him to close the distance. But you know, when Shakur is jumping back 6 feet, like, I mean, how do you? It's like what do you do? Like, you know, with De Los Santos, everyone always say he could have did this. So if he was your fighter, what would you have had him done against Shakur?
Honestly, back him up to the ropes. Because where are you going to go from there?
Shakur?
Where are you going to go?
But what I'm saying is Shakur, so back him up to the ropes.
You can get out of the pocket really quick when there's 10 feet behind you. But where are you going to go when there's nothing behind you?
Now, you're going to need him and 3 other people to grab Shakur and put him against the rope. Shakur is so slick. That dude is slick. You're not going to get Shakur against the ropes? Court? Yeah, okay. Forget about it. He did.
No, because he's been on the road before, so we can't say that. But if you can get him there, can you keep him there? Maybe not. But when you got him, pressure him.
Right.
Only answer to that is pressure, and I don't feel like he did that.
Pressure.
And he didn't even throw enough, so it's like.
You know what? That's why I do agree with you.
That's for both of y'all.
I do think you're funny. I do think that he was concerned about pressuring Shakur because Shakur got the ability to make him look silly. You know what I mean?
I mean, you got to take that chance, though.
Yeah, so I do agree with you on that. I won't lie and say he wasn't playing it cautious because he absolutely was playing it cautious when it came to Shakur, and I don't think he should. I think he should have threw caution to the wind. So I can give you some flack for that, but. I can't wait to see him in another fight. I can't wait to see him in another fight with another opponent that is durable, and I kind of want to see exactly how he do again. I like De Los Santos as my dark horse at 135 for right now, though, for sure. Who we got? My brother 4K. 4K in the super chat with the $2 in the super chat said, "Get off Shakur ASAP." Dang, we can't talk about Shakur. Ain't he a boxer? Stop playing hating. De Los Santos had him scared, okay? Had him absolutely afraid. Salute to my brother 4K. Okay. Salute. Who we got? Hammer can't touch him from. Exactly. That's a fact. from the intro. You cannot touch Shakur. That's right. MC Hammer can't touch him. If Shakur don't want to be touched, he ain't being touched. Salute, salute. Let me see. So yeah. So we have the whole thing. We have this whole thing out about. First of all, did you see the thing with the Keith Thurman? Where Keith Thurman was talking about how he's going to come back and he was going to beat Tim Zoo, and the fire is burning in him and all this other stuff. Did you see that? There's maybe a minute and 30-second. Karma. Okay, Karma have stepped out for a little bit. Anybody seeing the Keith Thurman when Keith Thurman was talking about, you know, how he was going to come back? The fire is burning. A lot of people doubting him right now, and they don't think he's going to come back. He's going to win. Anybody found that believable? I don't know with Keith Thurman, man. I don't believe he's going to win this fight with. Oh, you did see that, Claymore? What'd you think about that? Because when I saw that, I was like, I'm not sold. I'm not sold. Yeah, Chris, you got to check it out. You definitely have to check it out. Asa, how many pay-per-views does Canelo versus Tank do? Will it pass Floyd versus Manny? Ooh, no. You mean if Canelo and Tank was versus each other, Ahmed, or are you saying how many pay-per-views that Canelo do this year and Tank do this year? What are you guys talking about? Clear that question up for me, Ahmed. Because if you're talking about both of them fighting each other as far as right now, I don't know. That's a. Oh, they faced each other. Okay. So if the divisions didn't matter, and if they faced each other, that's a good question. What did you? How many pay-per-views did Floyd and Manny do? Didn't it do like 4 million or something like that? I forgot how many pay-per-views it did. You said 2 million? How many pay-per-views? I may be way off. God dang, I'm just throwing out numbers. Hey, 4K, see how many pay-per-views that Floyd Mayweather did and Manny Pacquiao. I may be tripping off that. 4 million? In this climate, man, I don't think it'd do 4 million, man. I'm sorry. I can't for the life of me see anyone against anybody doing 4 million pay-per-views. I don't think so. But I do think that they will cross that 2 million threshold. I think that 2 million nowadays is that 4 million. I don't know if that makes sense. I think 2 million is that 4 million nowadays because so many people streaming now. Like you have so many people just, you know, they're streaming that fight because realistically, I mean, this is the answer. So answer this question to me. How much will they sell those pay-per-views for? And anybody in the chat can answer that question for me. If it was no division, if it was Canelo versus Gervonta Tank Davis, how much would those pay-per-view go for? I think Keith thinks that Tim hasn't seen the level of competition that he has, and because of that, he probably honestly feel like there are not a lot of holes that he can take advantage of. Okay, I can see that. Keith has every right to feel confident going into this. He is a veteran and he has an IQ and experience advantage. I can see why he can think that. I like the way you put that. I can see why Keith Thurman can think like that. But you know, I'm eager to see this fight for sure. Definitely eager to see the fight. Let me see what he said. 4.4 million. Woo! 4.4 million. God dang. I think it's gonna be a good fight. Zoo better not underestimate Keith. That is true, R Stokes. He better not come. R Stokes. He better not come in there underestimate Keith because he can find himself on the wrong end of a punch by the one-time Thurman. He'll find out why his name is one time for sure. Let me see. A-side, why is this taking so long to announce the Tank and Martin? I don't know. I think it's gonna be announced soon. But Ahmed, you got to answer my question. If it was a Canelo versus a Gervonta Tank Davis fight, now how much do you think the pay-per-views will cost? how much do you think they would charge for pay-per-views? Because that'll also play into how much, well, if they would even do the 4.4 and near that number. I want you to answer that question. How much do you think they'll sell that fight for? I'm at 200. 200 for Canelo, 200 for Canelo and a Gervonta Tank Davis fight. Yeah, they definitely still in that fight for sure. For sure. Oh, Karma said at least 200. Okay, 120. I like where Rose is. I like Rose number at 120. I do like that number. Chat, how much y'all think that they would sell the fight for with the Canelo Alvarez versus the Gervonta Tank Davis right now, modern day, right now? Claymore 20 years ago, I would have press you TR. Okay, 150. Woo, that's on the high end, but I can see it. 149.99. I can see them trying to do that, man. I can see it. Nah, not 200. Probably a C note. What's it? Oh, a car note. Yeah, there definitely is a car note. What you say, 4K? You say $138, $139.99, 140. I like that one. I'm kind of favoring that 120. Probably like that 120. I think, but that feels too low. I don't know why that feels too low to me. 120 for Canelo Alvarez, Gervonta Tank Davis. That's a tough one. I don't see 4.4 million people buying that at those price points. Salute, Timothy. How you feeling, man? Salute. I don't see that selling at that price point. They're both going to need theirs. Yeah, you right, Karma. I didn't think about that. You right. Those guarantees are going to be ridiculous. Yeah, you 100% right. So it probably will be closer to $200. It probably would be closer to that, even if it's 175, 180. You know, like it's gonna be up there. I didn't even think about that. You right. C note is 10. C note is 100 A side. LOL. You know, I ain't know that, man. I ain't know that. Not in today's economy. Facts, 4K. I just don't see it. You said 1.3. Yeah, Keith. I would love to see that 1.3 at $200 per pay-per-view. They legendary for all time. They legendary at all time. A-side, can you imagine a Tank versus Haney? Press will go A-side, break it down. You have Gervonta Tank Davis, and they have Devin Haney press. I ain't gonna lie, like, yo, hey, chat, can y'all imagine Devin Haney and Gervonta Tank Davis press conference? Like, I see Bill and Coach Calvin cutting up, man. Like, I don't see Tank and Dev more than I see Bill, Coach Kenny, and Coach Calvin going at it. Like, I think they'll have us in tears. Yo, facts, Scotty. Yo, they will have us in tears. Just imagine, like, will we get a face-off between them two? Like, will we get a face-off where no hands are thrown between them two? What about the entourages on both sides? Because you got that Baltimore, and then you have that Bay Area coming out. That's the ultimate East versus West, but in boxing. You see what I'm saying? That's the East Coast versus the West Coast. Will they even sell it like that? Imagine, right? Imagine, Villa, if they say East versus West. Bruh, East versus West? Bro, what are we talking about? Like, that would be so crazy. Man, woo. Yeah, depending on how they market that fight and that press conference, I don't know if they're gonna be able to have two. You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna be some fireworks. That'll be right, Chris J. You can see it, right? East versus West. Don't let one of them come in with the Biggie intro and the other one come in with Pac intro. Man, come on, man. You got the Who Shot You, and you got to hit them up. Come like, yo. Oh man, that'd be dope, man. That'd be dope. Where the hell is the link? Oh, hold on, wait. I can tell Blue. 1 second, Shine. Thanks for reminding me. Hold on, 1 second, great brother. I just handled it just now, Shine. Just handled it just now. Both of them came out to Tupac because Tupac was from Baltimore. Oh, Rose, you right. He did live in Baltimore for a second. You right. I didn't even think about that. Oh, look at you. Yo, Cedric, you showing your Tupac. You really, you got that one right on the head. Dang, that slipped past me, man. You got that. A-side, when Blue come in here, talk about it. Yeah, for sure. I definitely will bring it back up. That was dope. I can see it though. Right, Chris J? I can see that. Like that will be. It'll be such a clash with them two. Like them two are such imposing figures in boxing right now, man. A-side, it's the Crawford and Hatton fight real. I haven't heard anything about Hatton and Crawford. I haven't heard anything about that. I don't, man. I haven't heard anything about it, man. I don't see nobody being able to beat Bud outside of Boots. I'm just being honest with you. 1,000%. It's probably them. I don't see nobody outside of Boots being able to beat Crawford, because I think that he's the only person that have the skills and the intangibles to actually keep up with or beat Crawford. That's it. And I think, and honestly, as of right now, I got Crawford over Boots only because Crawford have more experience than Boots. That's it. Biggest fight in boxing? You asking me that, Trill Savage? You asking me what's the biggest fight in boxing, or are you saying that Devin and Tank is the biggest fight in boxing? Because if it's the second one, I agree with you. To me, that is the biggest fight in boxing. I love David Benavidez and I love David Benavidez and Canelo Alvarez, but to me, I got Devin Haney and Gervonta Tank Davis as the biggest fight in boxing in my book. The most skillful fight in boxing, the most skillful and the most talented, technical, like fundamental, all the mentals fight in boxing is Boots versus Bud. Like that is the ultimate true boxer fans fight. You know what I mean? Like that is like, it's almost a dream fight. It's almost like a unicorn fight. You know what I mean? Let me see. ASI, do you think Tank and Devin is going to be bigger than Bud and EJ ever was? I don't know. Because, yo, Yi Honcho, check this out. Like, as of right now, if Tank and Devin was to sign a fight deal, I think they do over $1 million. I'm just being honest with you. I think if Tank and Devin was to fight right now, I think they do over $1 million. I gotta say that they possibly bigger than them now. They possibly big. Joe, salute, great brother. I ain't see you in a while. They possibly bigger than them now. Yeah, man. I'm being real with you. Yeah, I think so. Salute. Oh, Carmen, you probably missed it. We was talking about Tank and Dev. To catch you up, like if they was to sell that fight and market that fight, right? What if they was to do Gervonta Tank Davis and Devin Haney, East Coast versus the West? Like if they was to name it that, you see what I'm saying? How would that fight sell? They market it like that.
Easily $1 million. Easily $1 million.
Easily $1 million. Maybe even 1.5. Easily, because you're talking about coasts now.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, now you're talking about, like, people love to say, "Oh, African Americans don't have people that," but when you start coast and cities, because with us, it's not like we have countries, right?
Right.
But when you start to say cities, you start to say regions, and you start to say coast, now that it becomes a little different. What you think about that, Blue?
That's dangerous.
If they was to have the Devin Haney versus Tank, East Coast versus West, woo!
Can't do it. Can't do it.
That would be great. Yes, we could do that.
Woo! I don't know.
That's dangerous, man. I don't no, I live that whole East Coast, West Coast thing. Stay away from that, bro.
Do you think it'll be in a realm? Like, do you think it'll get to the point where it's like,
look what boxing? Somebody just told me on my Instagram they can't wait to see me drive my sling so I can hit a tree.
Damn,
who said that?
What you do to live?
A Tank Davis fan.
what you
Nah, that get too dangerous, bro.
I would like to see it.
Yo,
I would like to see it.
That get too. And you gotta understand, Tank got a lot of street fans.
That's true. That is true.
I think both of them do.
They do, but
yeah.
But bro, that could turn ugly quick, bro. It's doormat right now. You know what I'm saying? That whole, bro, to live through that Biggie Pac era, that whole situation, bro, that was brutal.
He said A-side square. He don't know. I'm just trying to market a fight, man. That's probably me.
He's got his marketer hat on right now. He's got his marketer hat.
Right. Yo, what year you was born, A-side?
94.
Yeah, see, he was 2 years old.
Yeah, I was at the end of that. Yeah,
I ain't gonna ask the queen her age.
Yeah,
that's disrespectful. But
really? I stay asking people there. Hey, how old are you?
Hey, my mom and she always be like, man, you never asked a woman her age.
But they were involved in the streets, and that's why it made it that way.
This is true.
Like this we have like finality to. Whoever wins the fight wins the fight.
Yeah, but you know what it is that, all right, so it started with just that, and then it just spilled over. You know what I'm saying? Like once it
Mm-hmm.
hit the street, and you don't got no more control. So for us,
that is true.
In the sport of boxing, like you said, once they fight, they end it, it's over. But it ain't gonna be like that in the streets. It'll bubble up. You know what I'm saying?
That is true.
And it's right now. True. It's still.
You saying it's just dormant right now? It's a volcano that's. it's a dormant volcano.
Yeah, you gotta think, bro. You gotta think. That all that happened. There was no social media.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that is true.
There wasn't
was a firestorm.
It wasn't easy access. You know what I'm saying? Now social media, look, you got and now you got dudes dropping address. It just too crazy. You can't.
I can see it right now. A-side set off the nuke bomb of my bad, fellas. Let's talk.
And then you got to think too, like fighters go like it changes. Like,
oh, and that's true. None of them have lost their own neither. So a lot of people are emotionally tied to them too.
Not only that, bro. What you gonna do? Like people gonna show up. Like you promoting East Coast versus West Coast, bro. Mm-hmm. So people gonna show up. Like you talking about a coast versus a coast. You know what I'm saying? People gonna show up now, and they're gonna be like, they get very emotional about and territorial about where they're from. You know what I'm saying? Man, can you? And then where you gonna have the fight?
You don't know where you but ain't nobody. The insurance policy gonna be like, wait a minute, what? No, I'm sorry.
First of all, ain't nobody from the East going to the West. It ain't gonna happen.
You're right. It'll all happen in Texas.
Yeah, but Texas is just a drive away from the West Coast.
That's true. I feel like there's a perfect place in the middle, though.
It is.
Because Vegas is very much the West Coast. That's only 2 hours from LA.
It's a central location. It'll have to be Texas.
Yeah, but
Dallas Stadium.
It gets tricky too in Texas because Texas open carry, man. Things get bro. I'm telling you, like you can't play that game, bro. Imagine, bro, if you do that whole East Coast West Coast thing, right?
Right.
And you got it at the Barclays Center, and you got Tank. That means everybody from New York, everybody from Philly, everybody from everybody from the DMV, everybody from the A. Atlanta gonna come. Everybody from the Carolinas gonna come.
They got Miami. Miami will make his way up there.
Bro, you gotta think. Florida is the furthest away. And that's
they'll make their way up there.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. You could take that drive.
They'll make their way up there. For
sure. Saudi.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Only out the straight static. Yo, I can see the characteristics that's coming up there. They only up there for drama. They ain't up there for the fight.
That's all. Then you take it to LA. Nah, you can't take it to LA. You can't go to Staples Center. Vegas is only a drive away from LA.
Nope.
Nah.
That you mixing you can't play that game. That get too.
Nah, you're right.
Nah,
I'm playing Gypsy Backsies right now. I'm like, nah, let's scrap that plan.
No, that'll get crazy quick. That'll get crazy quick, bro. You can't play that. And then the fighters, see, here's another thing about it is you got to understand the fighters gonna start feeling that support from their coach and start playing.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Can't have that, bro. The fighters will start being, you know what I'm saying? They'll start feeling that whole, my coach is standing up. It's one thing to say when you tanking, you got Baltimore standing up for you, but when you tanking, everybody on the East Coast is like, bro,
you got
that's a whole different type of power.
Yep. Facts.
That's a whole. Then only take one word to slip out. Man, you better not touch ground on my coast. That's it. Because now you're gonna have dudes from the streets say, "Oh, word, man, nobody from over there better not come over here." And then now look where we at. Because it's out of your control now. Like you can't step in as Tank or Devin and be like, "Hey, calm that down." That don't work no more.
True.
It don't work no more. Biggie couldn't
have
do
it
it.
in Saudi. Nobody will act up there. We know that for sure.
Look, Ty, baby.
Go there. But then
then it don't feel like a true East versus West. It don't feel authentic.
It
don't. That would have to be home in order for people to feel
I got
scratch the East versus West.
I got
good idea. Good idea though.
I got
it definitely would have worked, but the aftermath wouldn't have been worth it. It wouldn't have been worth it at all.
Bro, it's one thing to go. Bro, you know what it is? I got close family in LA, and then I'm born and raised in New York. So when that whole thing happened, bro, you wasn't trying to go to LA and you can't hide it. I can't talk different. So somebody gonna be like, bro, where you from? I'm from New York. Oh, for real? See, it's one thing that whole the gang politics, you know what I'm saying? Bro, where you from? Oh, I'm from New York. I don't bang. Oh, you ain't from here. But go over there. Where you from? New York? Oh, word? And the whole city on you? That's a whole different kind of conversation. Or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Like you come to it's just because for one, you stick out. You know what I'm saying? Like you stick out. You come from LA and come to New York, bro. You can't hide it. You know what I'm saying? Like you are who you are.
Right.
Can't hide it, bro. That's a slippery slope. We gotta let that stay where it was.
Right. We gotta drop the link too.
Okay.
Look. Hey, for everyone that's inside of the chat, we appreciate you guys rocking with us. But for over the 205 people that's in the building, go ahead and smash that like button. If you're rocking out with us, smash that like button. This content is not free. However, you can pay for this content by clicking the X at the top right-hand side of the screen, pressing the thumbs up button until it glows black, and then come back into the chat. We appreciate all of you guys. Make sure that you guys subscribe to my sister Karma. She has her channel. Karma, go ahead and put your link back in the chat. Go ahead and make sure you guys subscribe to my sister Karma, and make sure you subscribe to my channel. I actually have content coming out as soon and as early as next week. I had some stuff that I had to do, but now I will be back on track. So new content coming soon. We appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, so it looks like Terence Crawford is going to be making an announcement soon. Obviously, Terence Crawford is waiting for this Keith Thurman Tim Tszyu fight. I was told that there's some information. I can't say too much, but we can expect some new Terence Crawford news coming very, very soon. He's waiting for the Keith Thurman Tim Tszyu fight, and that looked like his direction to get the belt at 154. That's going to be huge. Another thing is, for the people, man, Terence Crawford accepted. So for the people that oh man, the Terence Crawford accepted the fight Errol Spence at 154. He accepted all of that, and because of the injuries Errol have and the uncertainty with the business, they just didn't want to invest in it. I personally think this, Errol Spence deserves it. He deserves the rematch. He deserves to be in big fights. You know what I'm saying? Errol gave us that fight. Man. And regardless of what the outcome was with the fight, that's all good. But just as a competitor, Errol did what we asked of all our fighters. He is the face of what we ask of our fighters to be. You understand? Like, he makes these fights. I've never heard, outside of the Terence Crawford fight, and the only reason it was this way because it was such a big fight and because the powers that be just didn't want to invest in this fight, right? It's the only time you really ever heard of Errol Spence negotiation situation. You don't hear it. You didn't hear it when they announced the Pacquiao fight. You don't hear it when they announced the Ugas fight. You don't hear it when none of his fights, outside of the Terence Crawford fight because of the magnitude of the fight, and outside of the Miguel, I'm gonna say Miguel Cotto. What's his name? Keith Thurman, because Keith Thurman was doing the whole, you know what I mean?
Being a diva.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? So outside of that, it was just, you know what I mean? Errol deserved his opportunity, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if his health hinders, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But Errol deserves, for what he did for us as fans, for what he did for the sport. Man, I want to see Errol. I don't care if he win. I don't care if he lose. I don't care nothing. I want to see Errol in another massive pay-per-view fight. And I'm saying this because we owe it. The boxing world. I need y'all to stand up for Errol Spence because he did what we asked this do. This is what we asked the fighters to do, which is to fight everybody. He never shortchanged us. Obviously, he dealt with his issues outside the sport of boxing, the car accident, the eye injury,
But you said in the sport of boxing, he never shortchanged us.
Never shortchanged us, bro. Errol ever miss weight? Nope. Errol never fought somebody he said he was gonna fight? Nope. You understand? Errol did everything we asked of. This is what we want fighters to do. He ain't do nothing short of what Devin is doing. He trying to fight everybody. Man, he pushed for every fight. Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman, Terence Crawford, Kell Brook. Just think about that. Ugas, Pacquiao. This dude signed to fight everybody. You know what I'm saying? Errol Spence signed, think about this. Errol Spence signed to fight everybody. He signed, now the Pacquiao fight didn't come to fruition because of the injury. He signed to fight Crawford. He signed to fight Ugas. He signed to fight Mikey Garcia, Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, everybody. Kell Brook. Dude signed to fight everybody. When he said no tune-ups, he meant it. Now, whether you agree or not, dude didn't do tune-ups.
Errol Spence has a pretty good resume.
Bro is a dog. You know what I'm saying? When the powers that be said, bro, Crawford ain't worth it, he said he is. Give it to him. When his team said Crawford ain't worth paying this, and this, or so on and so forth, Errol said, yes, he is. Give it to him. He said, yes, he is. Give it to him. And they gave it to him. Man, listen. Now we ain't never see Canelo lose like that. Right? But Canelo lost. We seen Pacquiao get knocked out brutally 3 times. Errol was never sleep like Pacquiao was. We ain't never seen Errol sleep like Pacquiao. Pacquiao was straight sleeping. You know what I'm saying? His wife, Pacquiao's wife, ran to the ring and wanted to grab him. That's how knocked out he was. And man, we gotta get behind Errol Spence, bro. That brother he deserved an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? We can't let the sport and the business say, Errol, oh yeah, they're gonna keep trying to push him aside. We ain't trying to hear that. Unless it's due to health and you know what I'm saying? I'm pushing to see Errol in every big fight. I want to see him get his rematch with Terence Crawford.
What weight would you have him come back at, and who would you want to see him fight?
Crawford agreed to 54. He agreed to make the rematch at 54, but apparently, things happened behind the scenes in the eye. They said wasn't on par. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, Kell Brook eye wasn't good.
I mean, wasn't initially Crawford pushing back though, saying that he wanted the rematch at 147, that it wasn't happening at 154?
Yeah, well, that was just
I thought that was rumors. I thought Crawford never really had no real pushback about 154. Yeah. Ultimately, when he had spoke about it.
Yeah, what it was just Steve Nelson just said like, yo, why we gotta do all that? You know what I'm saying? Crawford was just like, bro, he ain't never told me it was gonna be 147 or 54, so I guess it's gonna be at 47. You know what I'm saying? But he wasn't.
But he was willing to go to 54, from my understanding with Crawford. It wasn't like, it wasn't no big deal about him being at 47. So
yeah, I just don't think that Crawford or Spence get enough credit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that neither one of them they don't get enough credit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, the games that Keith Thurman and I like Keith Thurman, but I gotta call Keith Thurman out. You know what I'm saying? Keith Thurman, bro, you what are you doing, bro? Your actions is not pushing the sport forward, bro. Like, you telling the world the WBO is not a real belt. You know what I'm saying? Then now you're talking about you pretty much told us you halfway training. Oh, when I fight Crawford, then I'm gonna turn over I'm gonna turn over every stone. I'm gonna cross every T and dot every I. Bro, why you ain't doing that now?
That's a fact.
How could you? Yo, I just want I want to go around the room and ask y'all opinion. But bro, don't y'all feel slighted that this dude literally sat there and said, I ain't gonna go train as hard as I possibly can for Tim Tszyu, but if you put Crawford in front of me, he trying to have an advantage. I'm gonna go up in the mountains and train. Bro, why you ain't doing that now? It don't matter who you put in front of Crawford. He going up in the mountains. It don't matter if it's Errol Spence, Tim Tszyu. It don't matter if it's Timbuktu. It don't matter if you put Blue in front of him. Crawford going up into the mountains and Blue gonna get this work.
That's a fact.
Bro, how you gonna publicly tell the boxing fans, hey, bro,
I'm only half cooking y'all food right now. Like,
wait, you don't think that you should go up in the mountains right now, bro? You fought 3 times in 7 years.
Yep.
You don't think you should be headed up into the mountains right now? Like, that's, to me, when he said that, bro, I felt highly offended as a supporter, as a consumer in the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? That, to me, that's like walking in my local bodega and being like, hey, yo, listen, if you was Puff Daddy, I'm pulling out the boar's head. But since you only blue, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you the butterball. Like, bro, what?
That's a fact. Yeah. We wouldn't accept that from nothing.
He's
like,
on his way out. He's on his way out. He don't care no more.
Like if somebody was selling you a car and you want the works, but they're like, you ain't Tom Cruise, you know, you only like, yo, it doesn't matter. I want it. Like, nah, we ain't gonna do that. But if Tom Cruise come through here thinking he's not gonna be impressed, I'm gonna make sure I show him the seat warmers. I'm showing him the seat warmers. It's like, wait a minute, bro, what?
But meanwhile, A-Side, that pay-per-view price is going to be the same.
Oh yeah.
Come on, man.
This isn't even a pay-per-view fight. The belt isn't even on the line. Why are they charging us?
And that's another thing.
So it is pay-per-view?
That's another thing, Queen. I'm glad you said that, right? Now, did you hear the new thing? If Tim Tszyu lose, they're gonna strip him.
He loses his belt.
Why is he getting stripped?
It wasn't a title fight.
Yeah, but now if Tim Tszyu lose, they saying, well,
they're making up stuff.
I think because they didn't approve for.
They're making up stuff.
They didn't approve for Thurman to be a contender for the belt, so he can't win it. But Tim Tszyu could lose it if he doesn't win.
Right. Tim shouldn't be able to lose it though, because at the end of the day, the belt has nothing to do with the catchweight fight.
Exactly.
But they have to take in consideration that if Tim Tszyu loses to Keith Thurman, what value is that belt going to have now around the waist of Tim Tszyu? Nobody will take that.
It makes no sense. It literally is going to dilute the sport.
Not only that, here's the thing. If Tim Tszyu loses and holds the belt and Terence Crawford petition, now you telling me Terence Crawford got to fight Tim Tszyu at 36 on 37, and Tim Tszyu is coming off of a loss.
Facts.
So they will have Terence Crawford fight for the vacant belt against somebody else, opposed to fighting Tim Tszyu, who just came off of a loss. And all because Keith Thurman out here talking about the WBO. Just word to the wise. You know, just a little education trip from your boy Blue. Keith Thurman said the WBO ain't a real sanction belt. It's not recognized in every country. It's recognized in the countries that you participate in. It's recognized in the USA. It's recognized in the UK. It's recognized in the most important places. And then furthermore, he talking about, but do y'all know the WBO became a major sanction belt before Keith Thurman was born? So what is he talking about? That belt became a major sanction belt before Keith Thurman was born. You wasn't even born, bro, when that belt became. So how dare you come up in the sport and act like this belt is not recognized when you wasn't even born when the other three belts in the boxing world recognized this belt as one of the four major sanction belts. It's been one of the four major sanction belts for 35 years. It's months older than Keith Thurman is. How dare he turn around and tell me, man, that belt don't mean nothing? How dare you? How dare you? First of all, that's irresponsible to the boxing fans that's new to the sport. You out here telling them the WBO, well, guess what? Every belt at one point in time wasn't recognized until they was. Every single belt. The IBF had the same issues. The WBC had the same issues. They had to fight for their right to be recognized. So how dare you come along talking about, hey, that belt ain't really recognized? Because you don't want to fight the people that hold the belt. So here's the thing, right? Keith Thurman he had to back up what he's saying. He had to justify not fighting Terence Crawford, right? For that belt. You understand? So he couldn't go into this fight and fight Tim Tszyu for that WBO belt. And after he done said he don't recognize that belt when Terence Crawford held it. So when he's fighting Tim Tszyu, he had to follow up with it and be like, yeah, you know what? I still don't I don't even want to fight for that belt. That sounds utterly ridiculous. It's utterly ridiculous because there's no champion right now. There's no undisputed champion. That's the last 3-belt undisputed champion was Zab Judah. Today's time, the undisputed champions is 4 major sanction belt holders. And the WBO is one of them, Keith. Regardless of what you want the rules to be, what you want them to reflect, because you want them to reflect like the old days. Well, you want to participate in the old days, Keith, fight more than once every 3 years. How about that? That's another thing about participating and being the old school. You want to go back to the old school? Give us more than 1 fight per 3 years. How about that? Sorry, I went on a tangent, y'all. That just rubbed me the wrong way. Bro had a.
Do you think the Manny Pacquiao defeat has something to do with him, like losing confidence or something like that in boxing? Do you feel like that affected him? Like,
no.
maybe this pattern of behavior start for him?
That part of behavior started when Errol the True Spence Jr. started to bark up his tree. All of a sudden, his tune changed. And once upon a time, it was, don't duck me, son. Don't duck me, son. I got an O and I ain't afraid to let it go. Don't duck me, son.
You ain't had to do him like that, Blue.
That's what he told us.
How did he say, Blue? What did he say, Blue?
So what I'm saying is, did the Pacquiao defeat, affect him to the point?
Because he started that in 2017 when Errol was knocking on his door. Once Errol, he beat Danny Garcia. Keith Thurman was active.
Danny Garcia, then he fought Josito Lopez.
No, he fought. He was calling out Danny Garcia, right, aggressively. Right. Stylistically, he liked that matchup, right? He was really calling out Floyd and Manny. You want to bet? He was really calling out Floyd and Manny, right? He realized they wasn't giving him that opportunity. Danny came up in weight. Stylistically, he liked that matchup. He started pushing for the Danny Garcia fight. He got the fight in unification. What he didn't realize, that was March of 2017. Errol got his opportunity in May of 2017 to fight Kell Brook. He was calling out Kell Brook and Danny Garcia. Then Errol grabbed that belt from Kell Brook, and Errol like, hey, bro, what's the word? You got 3 belts. Now make this make sense, right, nephew, Full? Now make this make sense now. Keith was the one hollering of how the WBO ain't a real belt and how all you need is the WBA, WBC, and IBF to be undisputed. Mm-hmm. Well, you had the WBC and the WBA, and Errol had the IBF. That means that fight was going to be for undisputed.
Right.
Keith Thurman disappeared for 2 years. Nah, this is a get back year. Nah, y'all ain't going to force me to fight Errol Spence. Nah. You going to get your opportunity, young buck.
So he wanted an easy one.
Yeah, wait your turn, young buck. So then he came back in January of 2019, 2 years later, right? And when he came back, he said, I ain't fighting Errol Spence this year. Bro, what? I ain't fighting Errol Spence this year. This is a get back year. What is a get back year?
What was the get back gonna be to?
He just said he wanted tune-ups. And then he said, but then they raised their hand. Oh, guess what, Keith? We got Pacquiao fight for you for this bread. All of a sudden, it wasn't a get back year. I can't turn down Pacquiao. He's a legend. Then he fought Pacquiao and lost. Then bro disappeared again for 3 years, came back in 2022. He fought 3 times in 7 years. But now he going on every market he can, talking about, Al ain't never sent me the contract to fight Errol Spence. Bro, Errol Spence was chasing you on every broadcast you did. He was popping up like the boogeyman. Errol Spence was popping up everywhere Keith Thurman was, like the boogeyman. Bro, what more than you was the A side? You was the unified champion. You was considered the best welterweight in the world. You was the A side. Errol Spence was popping up, bro. What's good? We gonna fight? You gonna get your chance? Bro, come on, bro. And him and Errol was for, if you let him tell it, that's undisputed. Because Errol had the IBF. You had the WBC and the WBA. You don't recognize the WBO. The WBO at the time was held by, remember, Jeff Horn beat Manny Pacquiao.
Right.
That's who had that belt. Mind you, they wanted to fight Jeff Horn, though. He wanted to fight Kell Brook before Errol fought him. See, this is what Keith Thurman wanted to do. I seen the ploy. He wanted to fight Jeff Horn. No, I mean, excuse me. He wanted to fight Danny Garcia and Kell Brook. He liked those style matchups. And then he would have said he was undisputed. But Errol Spence disrupted that by beating Kell Brook. Now he had to go through Errol Spence, and then he telling the world, well, I thought that Errol Spence was my Floyd Mayweather-Pacquiao fight. I was trying to let it marinate. Come on, Keith.
So will he fight Spence now?
Yeah, now he told me he fight. But here's the thing, right? Then he turned around and said that he first said that he was letting the fight brew. Now he's saying, but Al never sent him a contract. Which one is it, Keith? Come on, bro.
Yeah.
At that time, who'd you have winning that fight, Blue?
Earl. Because Keith, Keith was showing signs of slowing down already. Remember, he had that fight with my guy from New York. Nah, my guy from New York. What's the name? Had hurt him. Got the ball head.
Guy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Damn. He fought Floyd, didn't he?
Nah, he didn't fight Floyd. But
Oh, you talking about somebody else? I don't know.
Yeah, I forgot his name. His name is escaping my mind. But remember, he had got hurt bad by him, and I was like, oh yeah, Errol's a body snatcher. This ain't gonna end well. Collazo, thank you, Uno Dos, Luis Collazo. And then he slowed down in the second half against Danny Garcia, and I was like, yeah, he see the writing on the wall. Salute to Jahad Mitchell, brother, in the super chat, dropping that cinco on us in the super chat. When Thurman was fighting Porter and Garcia, he was one of my favorite fighters. It's crazy how his career ended up turning out. Facts. He was the best welterweight in the world at one point in time. That's wild, bro.
All right, so I want to ask the brothers about this Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. I really want to get their opinions on it. So we're gonna start off with. Actually, we're gonna start off from bottom up today. We're gonna start off with $150 today, and then we're gonna end with Claymore Rain today. $150. What you think about the what you think about the Jake Paul versus the Mike Tyson?
Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, actually, A-Side, I love your stance. Like, I think it could be a competitive fight. Like, I don't think either guy's just gonna come in and just, have a major advantage. I think Jake Paul can hold his own. I think him having the youth on his side. I think, the training he's done over the past like 5 years or so. I think he stepped up his skill. I think he can hold his own. I don't think he's gonna just run away with the victory, but I think he can hold his own.
Okay. Eric, what you think, great brother?
Yes, sir. How you doing, brother?
No, I'm doing all right, great brother.
When I first heard about it today, and I heard an earlier video that Blue made about it today as well. When he was comparing the records of Canelo and also Tank with the opponents they fought during their first 10 fights, right? To the first 10 that Jake Paul has fought, and which I agree with, where it's like he's fought known name opponents in his first 10 fights, no matter what part of the combat sports background they come from. He fought name fighters. So, because it was a time where I was bashing Jake Paul, but you know what? Hey, Jake Paul bringing it to boxing. I got to give it to him. He done got beyond being a YouTube,
sensation. Right.
Yeah, He's got beyond that. So I have to give it to him. Now, I might not care about the guy to a certain point still, but I respect because of how he's bringing it to boxing and the fact that he's bringing some of the best fight cards to boxing in the last few years, especially with his top charge, Amanda Serrano from Puerto Rico. I have to give it to him. You know, now the question is, can he beat Tyson in this fight? You know, sometimes youth don't make no difference when it comes to the hard challenges of being in the ring against an older opponent, because Bernard Hopkins showed us that he could whoop on guys twice younger than him. George Foreman showed us he could whoop on guys twice younger than him. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, we can't just overlook Tyson because of the fact that he hasn't been in the ring for years, except for that little one exhibition fight he had with Roy Jones. But we still know in training, he still got them quick instinct moves that he had, especially when he was first coming up as young Iron Mike Tyson. Because I watched him live at Live Gates fight. You see what I'm saying? Back in the 80s. And he kind of, in his training regimen, he kind of remind me of that. You know, when he was young and vibrant and able to move and do what he was actually supposed to do in the ring before he started losing to people like Buster Douglas and Holyfield and Lewis and them. But Mike Tyson, if he take this fight serious, and I'm not going to say he's going to necessarily win because he takes it serious, because like you said, Jake Paul got some skills. You know, he's developed skills over the years, especially with fighting these name opponents that's come in the ring with him, whether they were boxers or mixed martial artists. You know, he got that experience under his belt, and that's what counts.
Right.
And so if he land on Mike Tyson, you know, like he did this last guy he fought the other night, you know, hey, and he do what he got to do to finish him off, so be it. But if Mike Tyson end up pressuring him and using his experience on him, you know, and you know, because it's going to be another level for Jake Paul. That's going to be another notch up level for him. So it's important to see how he'll be able to handle that. But right now, I'm going to have to be honest. I'm up in the air with that one, which I don't know which way to go yet until the fight actually happens. And that's my take right now on it.
Okay. So we got you next. Well, what do you make of the what is 57-year-old Mike Tyson versus the 27-year-old Jake Paul? I want to say.
Man, listen. This is not the 80s. This is not the 80s. This is not funny. I'm laughing because y'all are thinking with y'all hearts and not y'all minds. We can sit up here all day and say that the youth think this and the youth think that. Look, brother, I go to the gym, I shoot 35 3-pointers and may make half of them or 30 out of 35. And I feel great and think that I'm finna have an amazing game with these young guys until we get to running up and down that court. And it's not the same thing no more. When I watch Mike Tyson sit on podcasts with Joe Rogan, his own podcast, other podcasts, you know, messing with the devil's lettuce and the green grass and stuff like that, majority of his time enjoying himself, living his life. For y'all to think that this man can train in a matter of a couple of months to get back in the ring at that age with how he's living right now, which is a very good life, but it's very relaxed. To come out of that with the age on top of that, bro, and think that he finna get in with a young guy, young as Jake Paul, and have some type of impact against this kid is crazy. You got to be thinking with your heart and not your mind. It's pure delusion. And we talked about this earlier, A-Side. You even said exactly, we said this at the same time. As I was typing, you said out your own mouth, you said, it's like two uncles fighting at the cookout. I had just typed in the chat. When we watched Roy Jones and Mike Tyson, it looked like two uncles fighting at a barbecue. And that's no disrespect to either one of them. Bro, they at that age. That's how it's supposed to look. So how do y'all think it's going to look when he going there against Jake Paul? You got to land that shot. Mike does not have that same speed that he had from the 90s. He don't have that no more. So it's not Father Time is real. Like, let's I hope y'all joking. Like, that's what I keep. I'm watching everybody. Claymore. I'm calling out everybody. When this fight go down, I'm calling y'all out, man, because I'm like,
he said I'm calling out everybody. Literally only called out Claymore.
I'm calling out everybody.
Welcome to my life.
He said I'm calling out everybody. Claymore and that's it.
He's saying, "No, Mike, we love you." You know what I'm saying? With all due respect, you know, let somebody else take the fight. Mike is up in age, bro, and I'm again, he's living his life, with the great. He living a good, relaxed life.
Yeah, he earned it. I mean, now let me. Ace, I gotta be quiet. I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna wait till the end.
It's a good fight for money. That's it. That's it. This is a good celebrity match, but it's actually not a good celebrity match because of the age, bro. This is a huge age gap. When I saw this, when I woke up to this, bro, do you know how mad this made me? I'm like, bro, this has to be a joke. It has to be a joke, bro. They got Jake Paul getting off a helicopter, looking all good, all type of stuff. They promoting the hell out of it, but this ain't it. This ain't it. That's my take on it.
I got my brother Ray Davidson. Ray is such a jerk. Look what he put there. Hey, folks, look at what he put. I got my brother Ray Davidson in the building with the $6.39. I'm gonna just keep it square. Salute Blue for spirits and cheese sake. I got the 1 1/3 up a dub to the champs on the panel. Salute to my brother Ray Davis being an absolute jerk with that super chat. He know we don't have no word for that. Like, salute. That's my brother Ray Davis in the building. I got my brother J Pitt City. Salute. Put me on the list, folks. Hey, I'm betting Tyson. He said, don't forget about him. He putting it all on Mike. He putting it all on Mike. I want to be like Mike. Hey, we got Shine in the building. Shine, go ahead and break down what you think. What you think about this Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight? What do you think is going to happen? Shine, you low.
Y'all can't hear Mike Tyson?
No, I can't hear. We can't hear nothing.
Hey, I want to play a clip of Mike Tyson when he said, "I know the art of war. I study war. I know all the warriors from Napoleon, all of that." He said, "This is what I do. This is y'all playing with Mike like this ain't what he do." What he said? He said he want to eat your children. This is what Mike do. Before you gonna stop playing with my boy Mike.
Tell him, Sean.
Mike gonna go in there with that old man jittery, head movement. Boy, all up in Jake's chest. Jake ain't gonna know what to do. He never seen a black man come at him that fast before. I know y'all done seen a old black man get down before.
Facts, pugilist shit.
He gonna put something on that boy so cold. That boy Jake ain't gonna know what to do. Y'all gonna stop playing. You too, A-Side. I heard no disrespect.
Man, Mike gonna slip and he gonna slip. He gonna think he slipped and he gonna
Look, for real though, right? Look, for real. We was talking earlier and I said I got Mike, right? They Fo and A-Side, they talk, they like, man, you tripping. They saying I'm tripping, right? And they put it in perspective for me that Mike Tyson is really 57. And Jake is 27. And then I pulled up the Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones fight. man.
Because check this out. Hey, Claymore. Because he thought that fight looked way better than what it actually looked like, right? So I told him to pull it up. Yo, he pulled the Mike Tyson versus the Roy Jones Jr. fight and watched it in real time. He was like, bro, I'm telling you, man.
When I tell you Mike Tyson was in the orthodox stance and pulled up his right leg to throw a punch. His right leg was completely off the mat and threw a punch. I was like,
hey, that's that why y'all yada.
Yeah, bro, he swung for the fences. I was like, no. I said, look, Eastside was like, man, I don't like Jay Paul. He was like, he said, sign me up because he really tried to disrespect our elders. And I'm like, low key, he is trying to disrespect our elders with this one, man. Mike too old, man. It's just he's too old. But I'm still standing with Mike. I'm standing on business behind Mike. I think he can get him. I don't care.
You'll be picking him up too. Yeah, that's fine. You're gonna be picking him up too. Hey, Claymore.
It might be.
What up, though?
It's definitely on you, man. Bring us home. I'm gonna see if you riding this insanity train.
I'm definitely on the insanity train. First of all, salute to 4K. You know what I'm saying? Salute A side. I mean, salute to my family up here. You know, you guys can't be right all the time. Know what I'm saying? So most of the time you're right, but on this one, I'm sorry, guys. I gotta give y'all some pushback. You guys are missing about how genetically disposition this dude is for this moment right here and the way he fights. Now, if Jake Paul showed me some ability to move around the ring and stay out of danger in his fights, I would say, okay, maybe. But he's fought against a bunch of tomato cans.
Fix your face, I'm sorry. Fix your face.
He fought against a bunch of tomato cans, and he hasn't shown you guys anything to make you believe that he's going to be able to do anything to Mike Tyson. Now, Mike Tyson is old, and he's not as fast as he used to be when he was 25. But trust me when I tell you, it does not take a 25-year-old Mike Tyson speed to get Jake Paul. Jake Paul is subpar, to say the least. He's okay in front of the most basic of opponents. He's okay. He's not that great. Mike Tyson, his head movement, the power he brings, and his intelligence, what's between his ears, Mike Tyson's forgot more than Jake Paul's ever learned in boxing. So can Mike Tyson lose? It's boxing. Punchers can win fights by punching, and that's what Jake Paul does. But Mike Tyson is a better puncher, and he's smarter. Mike Tyson has never taken, outside of Roy Jones, he doesn't do exhibition fights. Why? Because Mike Tyson don't play boxing. He's either going to do it or he's not going to do it. That's how he moves. And when he fights against Jake Paul, he's going to represent for this sport the way that a lot of people wanted to see Jake Paul fight against a competition, that level of competition. They wanted to see him fight against so somebody could check that energy, that YouTuber energy coming to boxing, doing whatever they want to do, and thinking that they can call out the Canelos of the world. Nah, Tyson's going to rep. I have faith in my boy. I don't know if he's going to sleep him. I don't know if he's going to sleep him, but I'm going to tell you like this. When he put them hands on him, he start tearing up at that body because he ain't going to be swinging for the fences and missing like y'all think it is. When he start tearing up that body, Jake going to get on his bicycle. He going to start running around that damn ring, bro. And that's what he going to do, just like Roy did when Roy felt that power hit his body. And Roy had to let y'all know, hey, man, that was different, bro. I thought I was ready. And I was an active Roy in comparison to Mike Tyson. So I think you guys are really sleeping on who Mike Tyson is, and I think you guys might be giving Jake Paul a lot more credit than he's actually earned.
I don't like Jake Paul.
Rain said it just how I wanted to say.
Hold on. Those are pretty words, Ray. And I appreciate you. And I appreciate you saying. But back to reality. You said that this dude is genetically dispositioned for this fight. I don't think you thought when you chose those words. Genetically dispositioned, the one that will be genetically in a disposition is Mike Tyson, because he's on the wrong end of the athletic part of his life. Whereas Jake is at the prime. He's at the prime point of his life. So I don't know what genetic disposition that
Can I elaborate on that?
No, because I'm speaking.
Okay.
I just let you finish
Okay.
speaking. So I'm about to expound upon what disposition you must be talking about, because I haven't the slightest idea when anybody thought. For number one, people are saying right now that they don't want to see Floyd Mayweather come back into the sport and fight Terence Crawford because he's too old, and that's true. Now, Floyd, he trains every day, all day. He's a freak of nature, but they don't want to see him fight Bud. Now, I know what people are going to say, but Bud is a fighter. Bud is a number one pound for pound fighter. But that's not what they're saying. They're saying it's because he's old. They say it's because he's older. He wouldn't be able to keep up with the young man. So they respect time in that regards, right? What everybody keeps saying, what's going to happen when Jake Paul gets hit? What's going to happen when Mike Tyson gets hit? It like everybody forgetting that Jake Paul has hands too. Jake Paul has heavy hands. Jake Paul do come forward. Jake Paul do apply pressure. Bones do get brittle over time. That happens. Joints do wear over time. Ligaments do wear over time. One's eye vision and the ability to react wears over time. These things happen over time. And when someone is in the prime of their life, these things fire on all cylinders. So what I'm trying to understand is, and we're going to get back to your question, what are you speaking about when you say that he had a genetic predisposition, and you cannot and you have not acknowledged Mike Tyson's predispositions that he's at due to time?
Sure. What I was saying is Mike Tyson, the way he's built, and how if you just look at the way he's built, he's a fighter, bro. He's built for this. Even when you watch him hitting the pads today, when you see him going through his combination punches and just doing his mitt work, you can see that he still has that instinct and that ability to deliver the shot that he needs to deliver to equalize whatever situation he is. He's still in that position to do that. Now, is he able to do that on a high level against a top 10 fighter or, a Jared Anderson or those guys? No, I don't think that. But I think you guys are sleeping on what he has left, if it's enough to stop a Jake Paul, who is an absolute nobody in the boxing space outside of the social media presence he brings to the sport. He is not. Tommy Fury gave him all that he could handle, bro, and he couldn't do nothing with Tommy Fury. And Tommy Fury don't even take the sport seriously. Mike Tyson is going to be the biggest, most difficult fighter that he's ever fought against. He's going to pay bad for his mistakes, and when he comes in there for those power shots, the entry fee is going to be a very high price, bro. He's not just going to come up there and make Tyson look like some slow old man who's just getting hit and can't hit back. This is not going to be Holyfield when Holyfield fought against that UFC fighter. I can't think of his name on top of my head, where Holyfield was just old and just falling over himself. Mike Tyson is not like that, bro. When Jake Paul comes in there, he's going to have to exchange. He's not going to pick Mike Tyson apart. He's going to have to make a decision to exchange with Mike Tyson. And when he exchanges with Mike Tyson, there's going to be give and take in that situation. And I'm betting on what Tyson has to give Jake Paul. He's not going to be able to take that. And you guys are betting that Mike is not going to be able to take what Jake has. We're going to find out that night.
No, that's not what I'm betting.
I thought you were saying something. Is there a follow-up?
No, I was just he threw something on us. He said that we betting that Mike is not gonna be able to take what Jake has to dish out, and that's not the whole thing.
That's precisely what I'm saying. I'm saying that both parties is going to get hit, and I'm saying one of them parties is old. One of them parties can seriously get hurt. One of them parties can get hit in the rib, and the rib can break. Like all the things that you guys are saying about Jake Paul, right? These things can happen to Tyson. And what happens if it's juxtaposed, if it's the other way? Like, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Sean said it just happens. Yo, I love what y'all saying, but I don't see it. I'm sorry, I don't see it.
So everybody on this panel telling me that y'all can go and whoop y'all dad right now. That's y'all telling me.
I'm of the minority. I'm up.
We got to remember that whoever we want to compare people to, Mike Tyson is just different, bro. He's not superhuman, but you see him doing the mitt work. You see him doing the mitt work.
A young fighter who's training.
You're talking about Jake Paul.
Being hydrated, learning new things. Like, bro,
he's still a fighter.
Tyson ain't training.
Bro, if this was Rocky, like I said in the chat, if this was Rocky and Jake Paul is Victor Drago, what you think about to happen to Mike Tyson in the ring, bro?
You wilding 4K to even bring up Drago's name and Jake Paul's name in the same sentence. Drago, Jake Paul is a YouTuber, bro, and he's got to be exposed. He's not that guy. He's not him.
For 3 years. Like, what are we talking about?
He couldn't put down Nick Diaz. He couldn't
stop Nick Diaz. Talking about.
Yo, this the thing, folks. This the thing, folks. Jake Paul is so smart. He's so smart because he didn't fight. What's my main man name? He got down to like 208. I forgot his name. He's a boxer.
You talking about hey, hold up, you talking about Hakeem Rockman's son?
Hakeem Rockman's son, exactly.
Yeah,
he didn't fight him. He knew that water was deep. He knew that for sure. But everybody who Jake Paul went up against, he made sure that they had a nice legacy behind them, that they had legacy, that they had people and fans that still drunk off their nostalgia, and he beat all of them. What makes Mike different? Like y'all are trying to step here and tell me a 57-year-old man, a 57-year-old Mike Tyson that is not training every day. Hold on, let me put some caveat. He's not training. Mike is not training. Mike been on mushrooms. Mike been hot boxing with Mike. Mike has not been training.
It's all from the earth.
You don't know Mike hasn't been training.
It's all from the earth, though.
Come on, Claymore, bro. Come on.
Mike has been training.
I don't know Mike ain't been training.
Bro, he always posts videos.
What he been training for?
He be training.
Listen, man. All I'm telling you is this, right?
Bro,
Mike Tyson has not taken any exhibition fights before. You act like he's coming off his couch like, all right, man, you know, I Jake Paul a twirl in the ring. No, bro, this is a thinking man, bro. If he's taking this fight, he's factoring in his preparedness, his ability to fight. This guy's not coming off the couch, smoking a joint, putting his joint in the ashtray and going to fight Jake Paul in the ring, bro. He's going to get ready. He's going to be ready, bro. Y'all gonna see, bro, and y'all gonna see, and we all gonna have this conversation again. And remember, Jake Paul gassed y'all, bro. He got y'all thinking he's nice. He got y'all thinking he's nice.
I'm standing on it. You understand me?
Okay.
I'm standing on it. So believe me and A-Side gonna come back and admit if we was wrong. But I'm telling y'all right now, bro. Y'all, I don't know.
Y'all act like
bro, I'm gonna be so.
I can't wait.
Better boxing education than Mike Tyson, bro. Like.
Nobody is saying they got a better boxing education than Mike Tyson.
I said y'all acting like it. I said y'all acting like he got a better boxing education.
Oh, he's talking about Jake Paul. He's talking about Jake Paul. We're literally talking about youth, the youth and the agility that Jake Paul possesses at this point in time. And he have enough boxing experience and know-how to get in there and box and throw hands. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, when was Mike Tyson this defensive wizard in the last 10 years? Like this is what I'm trying to say. I'm like, he get hit.
We're gonna talk about it way better on July 21st. We're gonna
talk about it real good right now.
We're gonna have a way better conversation on July 21st. Trust me.
Man, that man ain't look like himself against.
He wasn't gonna get hit.
Answer that question that A-Side just asked. A-Side, ask that question again.
What? Which one? When was
Mike Tyson a defensive wizard in the last?
Yeah, he gonna get hit. He obviously gonna get. Man, that man.
Of course, Mike is gonna get hit. Nobody thinks he's not gonna get hit. Now, here's my question: is Jake Paul getting hit? Is Jake Paul getting hit?
Yeah.
Okay. All right then. So we'll talk on the 21st.
Y'all count on Mike to land a punch that y'all say about other fighters.
A punch. It's not gonna be a punch. Mike don't land a punch. He's gonna rip to the body.
57 years old.
Listen, Mike is gonna rip to the body. He's gonna come up the middle with uppercuts.
You talking about a old man ripping to the body, bro?
Watch.
All the way.
Ain't no.
What
world is a 57-year-old man?
Let me tell you what's funny. Hey, Fo, let me tell you what's funny. We talk about active fighters, right? And if they off just for a year and they rusty, we tell them to have a tune-up what?
Yes.
A tune-up fight to make sure that they firing on all cylinders, right?
Right.
If they're rusty in any area, that they can see where they're rusty at, and then they can clean that up. You mean to tell me this dude had one exhibition match that doesn't even qualify as a fight, and he hasn't had any more fights outside of that? If he's rusty in any area, if he's sleep in any area and get caught, like that can be night for him. We're not talking about the other way around. Like Mike Tyson, what you guys are talking about, he's going to train, he's going to be prepared. Just because he trained and he's prepared, that doesn't mean he's not going to be rusty.
Just because he gets in shape in order to be able to last.
We're gonna find out. Guys, all we can do is wait till the 20th. That's all we got.
Go ahead. A $150.
I got one question. I'm done.
I'm just wondering, how is Mike going to take Jake's power punches? How is he going to take his punches though? Like,
how did Nick Diaz take his power punches? How did Anderson Silva?
By being younger, by being more durable, by being durable and younger. That's how they did. That's how they did.
He was years younger than what Mike is right now. He wasn't.
What'd you say?
Anderson Silva was 10 years or 8 years younger than what Mike Tyson is right now,
and more active.
My point, like I need not to say nothing.
But
he's more active.
He's active and he's younger than him. He's active and
it's gonna be that much sweeter.
Anderson Silva takes head kicks.
Anderson Silva taking head kicks. Who took a head kick from?
Hold on.
He's active and almost 10 years younger than him. That's my point is still proven.
Hold on, I got a question for y'all. A-side.
Shoot.
Do you think you can beat up Jake Paul right now in a 4-round fight?
I'm stepping on Jake Paul.
Do you think you can beat Jake Paul?
No, I'm not trained. I am not trained for a bigger. What is Jake Paul right at?
God, I'm stepping on Jake.
I'm keeping it a beat. What is Jake Paul? No, I'm not beating no Jake Paul in no boxing match right now, bro.
I am.
Okay.
I
am 140 pounds.
This ain't for you, folks. This ain't for you then. A-side. If you and Mike Tyson got in the ring right now for 4 rounds, you acting like Mike Tyson would do it to you right now.
Bruh, I'm outpointing the hell out of Mike. Right, I'll train him. I'm definitely outpointing Mike ass, bro. I'm twinkle toes for 4 rounds on Mike, bro. I'm not letting Mike put hands on me, bro.
You counter that with this,
bro.
Listen. Y'all keep saying that Jake Paul is a YouTuber. Mike Tyson is a podcaster now.
Oh God! All right.
Mike Tyson is a podcaster now.
Okay.
He does.
So what are y'all saying?
Podcaster. I mean, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
What are y'all saying? And Jake Paul has wait. Jake Paul has stepped into the boxing ring, and he's a fighter now. He's trained now. He's lifting weights.
All right,
he's
we're gonna find out
now.
on the 20th.
Who do y'all think he's sparring? He's not just sparring regular guys.
I love you, your brother, Sean.
All right.
He's not. Who do y'all think Jake Paul is for? He's not just sparring regular guys, bro. That's what I'm saying. Jake Paul is a fighter now. He's trained now. So what do y'all? When y'all sit up there and say that Jake Paul is a YouTuber, okay, Mike Tyson is a podcaster now. And what? They switch sides. Who's more active? Who's more active now? Answer that question.
Jake Paul's more active. Jake Paul's more active.
Right? No. Just answer the question. Who's more active right now? Jake Paul or Mike?
Like I said, Jake Paul.
All right, so y'all arguing muscle memory, right?
Bro, we're gonna find out.
Listen, y'all arguing muscle memory for Mike Tyson from 15 years ago, bro. We just watched him fight Roy Jones.
He does. Okay, we'll find out. We'll talk about this on the 21st.
We'll have a great conversation about it. All I'm gonna want from y'all is a moment of silence, bro. That's it.
I promise. I got you. I got you. On the 21st, if that's what it's supposed to be, that's what it's gonna be.
He can speak for himself. Y'all gonna have to speak with me. It's gonna be some talking with me. I'm gonna ask some questions that I want y'all to answer. I got my brother Andre Durrell in the building with the $5 super chat. He said Mike is 57, man. case closed. Jake is going to run if any danger is presented to him. Tyson doesn't have the legs. Salute, salute, salute. Salute to my brother in the building. Salute,
That's
salute.
reasonable. What he said was very reasonable.
You know that ring finna be real small, right? You know that, right?
Right.
Y'all stop playing with me.
Okay.
Hey, July
What he said was reasonable. If he runs, if he makes his night a running session, if he's running around the ring, it lasts, and he might. I don't know how that looks from the judge's point of view.
But Jake Paul is a fighter. He don't run. You know
Exactly.
How Jake Paul stand on business. You know how he stand on business. He ain't running from nothing. He coming straight forward. Yeah.
They're going to be sets of exchanges.
This is delusion.
Remember, I told you there's going to be exchanges.
This is delusion. This is wild.
Listening to that.
Yo, this is wild.
They gonna get hurt.
Yo.
Nah, Mike gonna get himself hurt. He already signed the contract. Mike will get himself hurt. Not me. I ain't got nothing to do with it. Man, I'm just gonna be watching just like you guys gonna be watching.
Yo, that is wild.
But I'm rooting for Mike, and I think Mike can do it. Look, man.
Don't get me wrong. I'm rooting for. Hey, I know who I'm rooting for. Don't get it twisted now. I'm shit to the core. You know what I mean? Like I know who I'm rooting for. I'm always gonna root for my people. But you can't ask me who gonna, man. Like this is crazy, bro.
Stay on that
side. No, that always been my position. I said it earlier, Sean. I said that he disrespecting our elders. Shout
out, I am Danny. Damn right. If he got to bite his ear off, that's what he gonna do, bro. Coming home with the.
He gonna have to bite. He gonna have to bite. But you gonna have to bite both earlobes off because
So we gotta do to win the fight.
So do y'all wanna segue into the Anthony Joshua Francis Ngannou fight and Joseph Parker Zhilei Zhang fight? What do y'all think about that one?
Who do you have in Anthony Joshua versus Francis Ngannou?
I think it's interesting. I think Anthony Joshua came in a little bit heavier than I thought he would come in at the weigh-in. I know
he did that. You think he did that on purpose though? Because you're seeing how Ngannou pretty much manhandled Fury.
Yeah, I think he's trying to come in big so he can deal with the size of Francis Ngannou. Now, I think that's Francis Ngannou's game though, and it makes me question as to whether or not he's approaching this the right way. I felt like he would have came in a little bit lighter and stayed on his toes, and that he would have been boxing more, trying to outbox him and try to test his cardio. But it looks like he may be trying to out Francis Ngannou, which I don't know if that's the way he should approach this match. I think people sleep on the fact that Francis Ngannou does have power. He has a lot of power, and if you give him an opportunity and you present yourself in a situation where you're exchanging with him, another thing that he brings to the table is that Francis Ngannou also can take punishment better than most people than Anthony Joshua might have fought against. As far as his ability, he's been kicked in the head, kneed, elbowed, you know what I mean, all types of trauma where he's able to weather the storm a little bit better. And it makes me give Francis Ngannou a way better chance than I did before the weigh-in, even though I already gave him a chance anyway. But I thought, I still think Anthony Joshua should win this fight, but I do think he's choosing a way riskier strategy than I thought he would. I thought he played way safer and protect his opportunity to become undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. But he may be looking to make a statement about who he is in this fight. We'll see.
So you would have liked him to come in lighter just so he can use that athleticism in order to pretty much like you said, test the stamina, test the IQ of Francis Ngannou and make him work for it, as opposed to coming in there and trying to press the fight to him. I like that. Sean, what you think about the fight with Francis Ngannou and Joshua?
On the weights that they came in, Claymore, could you enlighten me on what weights they came in?
Oh yeah. I just thought Anthony would come in under 250. I thought Anthony Joshua would come in under 250, like 247, 245. I thought he'd come in slim and
come in at
257, 257.
And what is Ngannou at?
He's at 277, I think. No. How much was Ngannou? I forgot. That was in
252 for one of them, I thought.
Yeah, hold on. Let me do that again. I was wrong. I was thinking about Zhilei Zhang. I'm trying to remember. Hold on, I'll tell you right now.
But to what you saying though, if that is the case, he came in like trying to be bigger than Ngannou. I don't think that's the
Not
right
bigger,
strategy.
but bigger than normal.
Or
I think he
like
didn't come in bigger. That's for sure.
bigger than his normal walk.
Oh yeah,
Right.
Joshua was 252 and Ngannou was 272.
Right. That's what it was. Boom.
See, that's not gonna work with Ngannou because that's Ngannou's body naturally carries that, and he's comfortable at that.
While being conditioned, right?
Yeah, like
Right.
he's conditioned
Exactly.
for a fact.
Yeah.
And
Damn, it feel like a Friday, Claymore. It ain't even no Friday.
Facts.
Man.
But the thing is, like Joshua is not a box. Like to me, he's not a boxer like that. He's a pressure fighter.
He's been boxing lately though, Sean.
Yeah,
If you
I know he's been boxing, but I'm saying to the degree that Ngannou can box, I don't think that like it's gonna be like he's way on like he's on a totally different level of boxing than Ngannou, because I honestly think highly of Ngannou's boxing. I think Ngannou know how to box. I think he's really good at it. I don't think he's like on a totally different class than him. I got Ngannou winning. I've been having Ngannou win. I think Ngannou gonna stop that boy. But yeah, I think it's gonna be a good fight. It's tomorrow, right?
Yeah, it's tomorrow. Do you think that Anthony Joshua thinks that Francis Ngannou, like, does he think that Francis Ngannou's a better boxer?
No, I think he thinks he's a better boxer than
So why did he come so heavy? I don't know. 252 is not bad though. Let's see what he does with it.
Yeah. Ngannou.
Hey, fellas, let's get last words, and we're gonna start off with our brother with our brother Eric, and then my other brother $150, because we spoke the most up here, and I want to give them a chance for the last words. Guys, remember when you give the last words, make sure you drop off, and let's try to keep it, because everybody do got to get up tomorrow, so try to be respectful for everybody's time. We're gonna start off with you, Eric, and then we're gonna go to my brother $150.
I think they're napping. You know how.
All right. Yeah, my mic back on.
Oh. There you go.
All right. Yeah, man. I think if Joshua resort to boxing, I think he could win, because just going tit for tat on the inside with Ngannou, that's going to be a disastrous situation for him, because we saw how when Tyson Fury was trying to mix it up with Ngannou, we seen how that panned out, and he could have got knocked out in that fight, but seriously, I believe that all Anthony Joshua got to do is just keep that jab in his face. It's just, even if he just got the jab at the body constantly, or at the arms constantly, whatever he got to do, just jab, and just keep that jab in front of him, and then counter off of that, and I think he'll be okay. But he can't leave himself open at the same time, because Ngannou gonna be looking for any kind of open he can to get his cleaner punches in, and if he do that, it's gonna be lights out for old boy AJ. So AJ just got to box him, and don't be going in there just swinging for the fences like he did against Andy Ruiz in their first fight, and get caught with one of them silly ones. With that said, man, I'm gonna bow my mic, and thanks for letting me on the panel.
Oh man, salute, great brother Eric, man. Hey, it's always a pleasure having you up here, man. Don't be a stranger.
Salute, Eric.
Salute to y'all as well.
All right, great brother. Until next time. $150. What's going on, great brother?
Yeah, man. I agree with about the about the jab, the part about the jab. I think he got to use that jab, and get on the bike a little bit. But I don't know, man. I really think he's gonna use some volume. I think he's gonna throw more than Ngannou. I think in the Fury fight, Ngannou didn't really throw too many punches. I can't see it being too different in this fight. You know, so I got him winning just off of the volume. So but at the same time, I know Ngannou can land a big one at any moment, so that is a danger. But I think Joshua is gonna use the jab, use his skills, and I think he's gonna. I think he'll get the victory.
All right, great brother. Hey man, make sure you're not a stranger, man, when you come up here. You did well, man. You handled yourself well up here.
Yes,
Appreciate
salute, 50. I was watching you in the chat too. Good job, man.
With these hooligans, man. You did very well. Don't be a stranger.
Appreciate it.
All right, great brother. Until next time.
See ya.
All right.
Me?
Yeah. We're gonna start with Claymore, then we're gonna end with my brother Shine. Oh, we can start with Shine and end with my brother Claymore.
Yeah, let me go real quick.
All right, we're gonna start with Shine and end with my brother Claymore. Foe is in the middle regardless.
He can't escape where his position is at.
Yeah, pretty much he's in the middle. He can't start from his position. It's
like
weird.
the neck 4. He in the middle no matter what.
For sure.
Yeah. So just my last thoughts on the how I see the fight is just I think Ngannou is just a way better just overall fighter and like a feel for fighting than Anthony Joshua. And I just think his counter punching, I think Ngannou's counter punching is what's gonna be the difference. Like he's such a natural counter puncher, and Anthony Joshua always leaves himself open when he punch. So I think he's gonna get caught with a big shot from Ngannou, and he gonna definitely end up dropping him. But I still have the fight ending in the stoppage, either by Anthony Joshua or by Ngannou, but very slim to none for Anthony Joshua. I just don't see him stopping Ngannou. Like I think Ngannou's too tough for him. But yeah, that's all. And holla at y'all boys. Y'all know what it is. I'll talk to y'all later on.
For sure. 4K.
I'm about to call you after this, Sean.
Bet.
Yes, sir.
The Mod Fathers. That's a dope name.
The big one.
Salute.
Baby will be here next month, April 10th, man. Y'all look at. But hey, these opinions tonight was crazy. I can't be past it. Listen, I'm gonna sleep on this, and it's gonna have me angry at a few of y'all. But
y'all angry.
He gonna be angry at me. He just ain't say my name this time.
Yeah, he sure did.
Hey, my boy. This Ngannou, Anthony Joshua fight. Y'all gonna hate me, bro. I know my opinion is always just a tad bit off. Don't like it. I'm gonna tell you why. Anthony Joshua I watched his downfall and I watched him come back up, but he's always been a good boxer in my eyes. And I don't think that, like, Tyson Fury didn't take Ngannou serious enough. So he got in there and he made Ngannou look great. And I'm not saying that Ngannou is not a great fighter, but we talking about, I put boxing over MMA. When it comes to hand-to-hand combat, I put boxing over MMA all day. And I think that the fact that Tyson Fury got in there out of shape and wasn't taking the fight serious, and Ngannou almost clipped him, it made us feel like that Ngannou has a chance against, other great boxers. The thing is that he does because of his power, but against a boxer like Anthony Joshua, I don't think so. Anthony Joshua has the tangibles to survive and outpoint this guy, and possibly stay away from that power and get a TKO. Unpopular opinion. Now, can Ngannou knock him out? Sure. I mean, of course. Like, the guy hits hard. He's a massive puncher. But I got Anthony Joshua winning this fight no matter what, either by just outpointing him or TKO.
All right.
Yeah, I think that's all I got tonight. Hey, Sad, I appreciate you sticking with me tonight. I guess.
Yeah.
Salute 4K. See you on the 21st.
Hey, more you my brother, man. But hey, brother. Before I hop off, hey, shout out to the chat. Appreciate y'all hitting that like button tonight. Whoever hasn't hit it, go ahead and hit it. There's a giveaway for 50K. Y'all go ahead and subscribe up. to this channel. Subscribe to Claymore Reigns. Subscribe to Ringside Rivals. That's my brother A-Side.
Yeah, how you mess up my name? Like, yo, why everybody always messing up my? I literally shortened it for y'all.
Ring Rivals. I'm
God dang, I literally shortened it for y'all. Everybody always mess up my name.
It's the original. Remember, I kept calling you Armstrong before. Remember?
Yeah, that is true. That is true. I think everybody just got stuck on that one.
But yeah, y'all sub up to these guys' channel and stuff like that. Got amazing content coming. A-Side has some amazing ideas and content coming y'all real soon. And y'all just keep tuning in, you know.
Oh, they'll have no idea, folks. They have no idea.
All right, y'all. Peace.
All
right, nephew.
All right.
Salute for.
All right, so I got the two crazies on here hollering about Mike Tyson about to run through this young buck. I got both of them on here.
He said run through. He said
I ain't saying nobody said.
Y'all over there talking about Mike Tyson is going. You know what I mean?
Slipping in shots, you're gonna see.
Man, cut it out.
You're gonna be slipping, and he gonna be charging a high entry fee. You ever been one of them clubs where it's like 150 to get in? You ain't even getting a bottle or nothing. It's just 150 just to walk in the door. That's what Jake got me ready to do.
I got to get up.
It is what it is. On this fight tomorrow, man, I'm still leaning towards Anthony Joshua to walk away with the win. I think it's his fight to win, but I do believe if he comes with the wrong strategy and he approaches this fight differently, he can get put on his pockets. Francis Ngannou's coming with that. He's a switch hitter too as well. Let's remember that he can go left and right. He has power in both hands. He has good trainers who are going to be honest with him about what he's doing in the gym and his. I think he has a very realistic approach to this fight. It looks like he understands. He's not too full of himself, but he has that grit. I think on those exchanges are going to make the biggest difference in this fight. Those exchanges are going to make huge differences. And like I said, it's going to be about Anthony Joshua approaching this the right way. It's his fight to win, but it's 100% his fight to lose because Francis Ngannou will capitalize on anything you give him. He's hungry like that. He's built like that. And I can see that happening. But I'm still leaning towards Anthony Joshua for sure, though.
I'm rocking with that. I'm rocking with everything that you just said. I'm rocking with that.
For sure, man. I appreciate you guys as usual, man. Blue man, don't let them take Tyson down, bro. You know what I'm saying? There ain't too many of us left, bro. I don't care what you don't say it. Do not.
What? I'm the minority. I hate when the minority claim I hate when the majority claim minority. I hate when it ain't too many of us left.
Jake got to earn his win. He got to earn his win. I don't see him winning this. The only way I see him winning this is when he win it. That's it.
It's about 80-20 talking about something. Don't let them, don't let them take it from us.
Nah, y'all seen a lot of y'all, bro, in the chat. You, 4K, y'all trying to get at me, bro.
Yo.
I was by myself, Blue.
It's me and 4K up here, and it's 5 of y'all. All y'all with Tyson. And you got the host, and you got the other co-host. I'm literally, I'm one of 2 that was up here. Nah, you definitely in the majority. You can't claim.
4K
you can't claim.
You know what it is. You and 4K were trying to get me, bro. Y'all was getting me, bro. I was by myself. I'm proud of myself.
And nah, it was wild with 4K said, "Oh, he said, what he said? I'm coming for all y'all, Claymore." I'm like, dang.
He said, "I'm coming for all y'all, Claymore." Yo, I'm like, where everybody else at? But where everybody? He said, I'm coming for all of y'all.
They only handcuff you and took you to jail. They only handcuff you and took you to jail.
I was waiting for the rest of the list. I was waiting for the rest of the list, bro. Just stop. Huh? Anyway, I'm
on back in the paddy wagon. All right, Clay.
Salute.
Blue, another night, another successful night, man. Yo, we closing up on it. We're closing up on the year, man.
Yeah, man. I'm super frustrated right now, man. Shoot, this is frustrating, man.
What happened?
I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know what's going on with these chargers, man. Both of the laptops. Like, I just got new chargers for both of them. Like, this is now I'm gonna have to go back to Best Buy tomorrow.
Man, what's up with my hat?
I have to go back to Best Buy tomorrow and get some chargers, man. Just distracted me. Once it hit, I didn't even realize it wasn't charging. But when they do that, bing.
Yeah, yes, boy. Oof, you gotta rush.
Yeah, then I got them plugged in. Then it's like now I'm wiggling. Like it just completely annoyed me, man.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna hit you.
All right.
I'm gonna go ahead and close this out. So
All right, great
before
brother. All right, great brother.
All right, go ahead, take us out, Blue.
Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow us on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share the videos. That's all we got for y'all. Peace.
Peace.